Boy's back. The boy's back. The boy's back. The boy is back. The boy is back. The boy is back. Mshimane o buile. Monona o buile bahaji. Monona o buile. Advocate 242. Thank you. Thank you guys for coming. A lot of people they're just coming in. But where is this boy? Where's our boy? Where's the boy? The boy is back, guys. I'm back after a very, very long time, long weekend. I had my own ups and downs this weekend, but God is good all the time. All the time, God is good. The boy is back. The boy is back. The boy is back. Good evening, South Africa. Good evening, Botswana. Good evening, Lesotho. Good evening, Naga ya Namibia. Everyone, welcome on board. Good evening, Dumela. Welcome on board. Welcome on board. Welcome on board. People have seen my last video that I posted and they were saying, "Yeah, you look worried." No, it's a video I did some time back. I'm good. I'm fine. Kisiam. Benjani, weekend enkulu. Weekend enkulu. I missed you too a lot. I was tutor. Benjani, weekend enkulu. How was the weekend? How was the big weekend? How was everyone doing? How was the big weekend? Abantu bami lava. Hi. Abantu bami lava. Lava abantu bami lava. Lava. I hear you. You've been left, right, and center. There's videos going around, and you guys have been playing advocates devil, and but it's fine. We'll talk about that some other time. We'll talk about that some other time. You've been playing advocates devil. Good evening. Welcome to Evening Conversations with Koketso. These are the conversations that are meant for us to have to communicate issues. These are the conversations that offers us an opportunity to talk about ourselves. That's all. You can't watch a video. I'm blocked. I can't see that video. But I can't see it. These are the conversations that must heal us. They are the conversations that must break our wounds. There are two things that I wanted us to talk about this evening. One, actually three things. You guys are going to choose. You must listen very carefully. I wanted us to talk about something that you went through alone without anyone knowing. Something hectic that you went through alone without anyone knowing. Or I wanted us to talk about the effects of secrets in our lives, how secrets have affected our lives. Or a very sad one, how did you survive that moment when you thought that life was over and you wanted to commit suicide? Thank you, Mapeswa. Thank you, Charlie Charles. Who's Charlie Charles? I don't know Charlie Charles. Thank you, my brother, for watching. The Kingdom of Lesotho, it's in the house. Thank you. Those are the two options that I want us to talk. Three options that I want us to talk about. I want us to talk about the effects of secrets in our lives. You guys choose, or something that you went through that no one spoke about, that you went through without people being aware, or how did you survive not to commit suicide? Which one? Yo. What secrets? Yes, you can suggest. Everyone can suggest. You can suggest, guys. I'm doing open card. Auslindiwe Dumela. Lindiwe. Kolomikoso. Lindiwe. How come I don't follow you, Auslindiwe? But option number one. What? Something that you went through. Guys, somebody please suggest. What are we going to talk about? Third option, secrets. Okay, guys. The option. Third option. Option. How did you survive not committing suicide? Okay, let me start number one then. Something you went through alone. That is number one. Ne? Number 2, it's secrets, diphiri, how has secrets affected our lives. Number 3, it's how you survived not committing suicide. You can just say either something went alone or not committing suicide or something like that, but somebody suggests the option like that. I miss you so much, Auslindiwe. I hope everything went well. If ever part, I hope the party sharp. You guys want us to talk about what? Something you went through alone, what? Something you went through alone has been voted for alone, one. What are the others saying? Mias are just secrets. Okay, DPV, secrets. Secrets. Okay. Okay. Now I'm going to make it like this. We're going to talk about all of them. Baby, Nandi. Okay. We're going to talk about something you went through alone and secrets. And if you feel like sharing a story of how you nearly committed suicide, you're also welcome. The topic for today, it's something that you went through alone and the effect of secret in your life. That's the topic for today. Anyway, welcome everyone. I hope Uncle B comes. Yesterday was Uncle B's birthday, and I feel like the man of God was not yet celebrated enough because yesterday I was in transit. Can I get from point A to point B? Oh flip, what's that please? Yo, Kilebet man. Bomme ba ko Bloemfontein, ko plekeng yo go rekisiwang dijo. Ba itse ke ba letse shout out to them. Shout out to bomme ba ko Bloemfontein, ko plekeng e ke rekileng dijo ko yona. Shout out to bomme ba ko Bloemfontein ba ko go rekisiwang di bus tickets. Ba Intercape, ba Greyhound, le Eldo Coach. I've never seen that. These people make me feel like a celebrity. Ke kena ka mo bus station re tlo go batla ticket. The lady Oberkanko Greyhound was Koki, and everyone was like, who's this Koki? And then we had to leave tourism center. Yes, tourism center. I had to leave Kieko Intercape. Guys, I'm so humbled of the laugh. I'm so humbled. Like I did not know that, but Bloemfontein follower. I know I've got quite a following in Bloemfontein, but yeah. I was humbled by that. I was so humbled. I was so humbled. I was so humbled. And I was like, guys, is it me? Is it me? And everyone was like, Mushala the dating, Liana the marriage. Yeah, no, the bread has grown. Tonight we're talking about something that you went through alone. Or you can tell us the effect of secret in your life. Those are the two topics that we're talking about. But we're not closing anything out. We're not closing anyone out. Yeah, Free State loves me. I love Free State so much. Free State loves me. I love Free State so much. I'll tell you guys how Free State shaped my life one day. One day I'm going to tell you how Free State shaped my life. I remember it was in 2016 when I was in Bloom Care for 2 months. I'll tell you how Free State shaped my life. We're talking about something that you went through alone. There are those things that, those moments that you would go through something alone. There are those moments where people would think you are fine and you're not fine. There are those marriages that somebody's going through a depression in a marriage. They're going through the worst in that marriage. But because we think that they are fine, because they look fine, because of what they upload on social media, we tend to ignore them. We tend to think that they've got it all covered. We tend to think that, man, everything it's fine. That's what we're talking about today. But we had to pull up a straight face. We had to go into a room, present to people about life while you know that yours is not sorted. You have to, even on this life, you come, you talk to people, you listen to people, and while you know that your life is not sorted. Now we're talking about that. The moment when you're working through alone in that difficult situation, I don't know why these days when I talk, scriptures in my mind. Like, I don't know, like it happens a lot nowadays. We're talking about that moment where you were saying, even though I walk through the dark valley of shadow of death, when you were like, there are days where we've pitched into places, guys, with your car not having petrol, but people would come and would look at you, you know, bashap. When I was saying we mask, we want to talk about that today. We want to take off that mask. We mask where you would go to a place with someone, your partner, and but what about it? Bathong le kae re teng ra phela. Mara mo pelong o tseba hore ha re phele. Re teng ra phela what's going on? Why am I being invited to so many lives? Re teng ra phela teng because I'm being re a phela because we are breathing. But ga gona bophelo. Where somebody would call and say, okay, ntate wa mamang, utswile. Meanwhile, you know, motho o na le 3 weeks as teng ka tlung. O tsamaile, you know, and you were covering up for them. You were shielding them. You know, some of our sisters, they are being abused at work. You know, motho ya mmerekong for the sake ya hore aye. And that's the topic for today. On the other hand, on the lighter note, ska bua hle ha ke tso ngwana o kwa mang papa ne le weekend enkolo ha ke tso ka tsena ka fa ka tswa re bua ka diphiri hore lendiwe o phela pakile mmolong monna ha itse gore ke paka mmolong o nana gore ke mmolong wa paka o kena mo kolong ya bugs. Hey! Yeah, that's the topic. I think I've explained it so well. And you know, there are those that are carrying heavy. Yeah, you're also allowed. Skela mmona go ketso ntse so mathata. Na le mathata. Di video di matha ka mo le ka ha re tsebo ge ya left ka right. Hey, ga di tseba diphiri. Yay! Yes, ke morena. Yeah, ha re bueng mane. Nna le ka to utlwela nna thata. Ba modile ka di-summons. Bo yo bathong wa itse nna ke motho ga itse re kile ka ska bua tla wena ska bua tse le ngwana ke re tsena re ke re pota ka fa lene moshimano ska mona le mosesanana madi bile madi a bona madi ke mo gopola ka papa ka di dimala ka tsena mo koloing ke phimo tsa nna ka nna yana I think a tsamaye ke tse buang ka tsona ke le bueng le nna se ke la ne ke le hopotse lona se ke la mona riana baby mama o me mo molaleng o balla ke go itekela diantawe o maintaina bana ba 80 okay wena bophelo maki a re bua tle re bua ka diphiri re bua ka those things that you went through alone ba itse go nna go tse dingwe where you have to act on mara bophelo ba ka ke script gila ba tsena mo gare ga batho go shapora I'm fine and how are you funyela Mr. Malife, this is Watat from QNR Debt Collectors. Yo. It's fine, I'll call you back. What's not call you back, I said. Jesus, you are Lord. Yo. Where am I? Utlanyana ka koloi e tswile le bona. Le sharp, ha le Bloemfontein. Ba ra rompa e ne ke tswa fotsa ma ke nosi. Ha re kana mo garage vela, ne ke kupa re ikopanya. Hore ba tselle petrol. Impilo nzima. Life is hard. The floor is open, guys. The floor is open. I can request him more, man. Hey, wena, o dula ka Arabic House. O dula ka Arabic House. O dula tu, tweet. Motlakase, tweet. Ke koponka, ha ke tsebe ke mang, kopo monka fela ka pele. Hello? Yo. Shabozo. Hey, ya wena. Ka Arabic House. Motlakase o, lona la bapala lo. Lona la bapala lo. Ka Big House. Big House enkulu. Big House enkulu. Esina motlakase sina metsi. Luna la bapala lo. Luna la bapala. Thembi dumela. Luna la bapala. Things that you went through alone. No, I didn't talking about. Hello, mom. Guys, you can't send me, you can't call me this time. Like, if you call me this time of the day, I feel like you're disrespecting my audience. This time of the day, when you call me, you are fighting with me. You're disrespecting my audience. This time of the day. Well, you know, life is hard, guys. We went through a lot of things alone, where people did not know that you are going through things alone. Guys, whoever you are that is here, that you says you want to talk to me, send me a WhatsApp. Don't call. You're going to distract the internet. Adumele muthu adumele muthu adumele. Yeah. Anyway, guys, I'll back to request. Story with us, man. Are you guys mad at me? Huh? I'll request. Limet gonna. Oh, no one wants to come through. Limet gonna. Okay, Kenyan the application ka ba mamule fe. Ka ga limet gonna. I get limet gonna. I get libu. Get a freezer. No, man. Oh, who's not lady? Network, my network is bad. Officer Bay. TikTok on your TV. Oh, bana ba tlo lebella TV le tlo bogisa bana. Guys, ha kena Wi-Fi hleba fethu. Ke ntse ke berekisa di-phone. Ke ntse ke berekisa di-phone ba fethu. Nna ha kena Wi-Fi. Pabalo. It's in Durban. She had a gig this weekend. She's going back. She's going back to Durban. She's going back to Durban. Pabalo. She should be here anytime soon. Pabalo. She went to change her braces. Pabalo went to change her braces. Who's not lady? Yempenyana. Who's your song? 70%, 30%. Who's your song? How was your magic? Somebody scream! On Adiwele. Who's your song? Penyana who's not lady? How was your magic? Somebody scream! Nakitike Adiwele. Just be, let's talk. Just be. Tell me what's wrong. Hey, mna ntwenty high na Wi-Fi. Ntwencha, you live mo di madali. Hey. No Wi-Fi. Guys, where's Uncle B ba? Tse batlo mo wisetsa happy birthday. Wa tsama bona ka go bua le ene ba. Uncle Lad. Just be dumela.
Hey, okay, Koki.
Ka pela ga tsile mo tsena o kae?
Yeah, Koki, I'm very down. Yo, I was forced to be in bed. I'm not okay. I'm not okay at all. It's been it's been 2 weeks now because I am celebrating. I started to have a blurry vision on my left eye. And then when I was at work, then I was like, guys, I'm a medic, so I was like, guys, take me to the hospital. Now I can see with my left eye. They rushed me to the hospital. Then I give it but no, you need an eye specialist. They can't trace what is the cause. They don't know what is the cause. And I'm seeing like a specialist, like the good one in Joburg. I'm home. My eyes are blurry. Ready. They no longer Nale very sensitive to the light, but they are blurry. Every time when I can't drive, I can't do anything. Like, sure, I'm hopeless. I'm losing hope. I'm losing hope. Because if the specialist can see it,
what's the problem up in But you got problem up in
mm-mm,
what?
mm,
Problem up in
yeah.
you are losing hope. Ke problem ya pele yo. Ha e batle yalo. Because ha e ka tla yalo, e tlo re letsa stress se stona se tlo re letsang mathata. Now, ha e batle o ka e ha e batle o ka e losetsa hope.
Okay, Lawana, when they say they treating the unknown, and this doctor that I'm seeing, he's just that I'm not good with the pronunciation. He's more qualified than the eye specialist. Like it's Baragiti ortho, what. So he's supposed to see every time when I go there, they like giving me the same eye treatment, eye ointment, eye drops that you're supposed to use it for 7 days. Even the medical aid were like, no, we're not going to pay for this because you've been using this every week. It's like antibiotics. You can't take antibiotics for more than 7 days. There should be an
Yeah,
explanation.
you must try and change the doctor. Mara I'm losing hope. You're now in low. Because how we not now hope. He ba to thusha ba le hopeless. So we're not tlamehile ba le hope. Ya we're not le hope ya hore you going to make it wena. And then how we not ka ba le hope you, then bophelo bo tlo ba betere. Re tlo kgona ya go pele. Ha wena o na le hope ya hore things can be better. So ke kopa o ska
Anyway,
ha re start da kopa ska lose hope.
okay, Galebo, I'm better now. Anyway, what's wrong with you? You were also down. I'm like, you were also
No,
down
that's an
today.
old video, guys. No, that video is an old video. I did it mhlambe phela ne bo le thata, but I saved it under drafts. And hey, but and people have been calling and asking, what's wrong? About Dampile. No, Nike sharp. Nike sharp.
Yeah,
Ke sharp. Ke sharp.
yeah.
Wabona ntho e bona. Wabona o bone video, you never spoke to me. You just saw a video. And you saw I was
Yes,
down because the video said I'm down.
yes.
And now it's the same thing that happens with you. How I know you're talking the the very same thing now. Why you're going to be blind, you're going to do that, you're going to do that. It's they're going to treat you that way. Now, when you go, or when the way you thing, pretending as if everything is fine while it's not fine, or put this thing out, I believe that it's going to be fine, then you're going to attract that energy. There's this thing, na le story se se dlala ko a ke se scandal ka pakima ke story mang. Na mshwana mo la bua line or ke generation. Mshwana mo la bua line nngwe hanke ke lebala. I fake it until you make it. That line. Fake it
I've,
until you
I've,
make it.
I,
It's a
I,
very, very important
I've
line.
been I've been trying to be strong, but when I realize, hurry, we're going on week 3 now. There's no change. Yesterday I tried to drive, then I came back. My eyes were worse. Like, have you ever drive a car? The wiper di sa sebetse and it's raining and people are breathing. You know the vision. That's my vision right now. You driving and there's a heavy
Yeah,
rain.
magabata mile ba it is possible. Must scrap whatever person must scrap it because normally they do that.
Hey, ba aba kgone go etsa sepe koki yo. And I think ntho e etsang dintho worse ke gore I can't even go home. My dad is not well back home in Rustenburg. I can't go home and check him. So it's like a double stress now. Gore. The old man, wa lwala. I can't even get in the car and go see him. Mama is like only the patient that's 82. She can't come this side to be with me. she has to be that side with my dad. And pelo ya gagwe le yone ya nagana gore hey, motho le ena ha right ko kwa leng teng ko Joburg. It's bad.
I fenako ska fella pelo e fenako ntho engwe le engwe e na le season wa tsena guys one day ke batla actually today a ke re bueng ka the worst that we've been through you know o tla utlwa le wena o tla utlwa gore tori tsa batho ba bang di a wetsa di a tshegetsa gore o kgone go feta mo
Why
yone
re
but
sa bue ka saying no, learning to say no to the family for your mental sanity? Just learning to say no without feeling sorry.
you cannot say no to them. Hi, okay, Emapil, just while you are there. Hi, Usgeti Malepa.
Hello, Molefe. Oh, it's Kwaketso. I like using their names. Sorry.
No. Mutwante ate ha o batla attention. Ha o tla utlwa Usgeti. Mutwante ate ha o batla attention. O batla gore a go me bo malome ka osadi. Mutwante ate. Ha o batla gore ntho tsa o di tsamae sentle. O mo bitsa ka sefane. Ha mo tseba pila ebile o kgona gore a o hle mmina nare. Hai. Ha o re mmina nare ke batla khati man. Ke re tsa karata. Ha o re mmina nare ke re tsa khati. O iketsetse. Hai. Mo bitsa ka sefane. Ha re lwana bore Molefe bathong. Ma ke ba paralyze. Ha ke sa lwa. O mpitsa Molefe. Ha ke sa lwa. Wa re mo iswa.
Nya ga ke bolele ntate Molefe. Nya mme nna ke mirwa mo Botswana le nna ke bina nare so ga itumedisa.
Hi, Getty. All the way from Botswana.
Hi.
I've been to Botswana once. Go Kanye.
What do you have for us, Katie?
Honestly, I didn't know what you were talking about. I just saw notification of you are live and I just joined because I follow you and I like your videos. So yeah. What's the topic at hand?
Kaleboga Uswaga, let me follow you just now. If I don't follow you, I follow you now, Linna. I'm following you. Topic at hand, it's something that you hectic that you went through alone without people knowing and realizing that you are going through a lot. We're talking about that moment where you felt that you are alone. You know, you are all by yourself and you are going through a lot. We're trying to share with each other those challenges where you had to pull a face. You were with this person that people thought le happy, le lovey-dovey. Kante it's just there. And then you have to pull it through.
I don't think I've been through anything that deep. I mean, I always have people to talk to. My brother, my special, that guy is my best friend. So I can't say so far I have went through something like that. Unless just some silly things that we did where I cannot share with family. But otherwise, like there's nothing that big yet. Hopefully I don't go through that.
Okay. No, thanks my sister for sharing that. And we hope it will remain like that and may God bless.
Thank you.
Hi,
Thanks,
Koki.
guys.
I've got an appointment tomorrow, but I'll still stay live and comment. Ke a sepetlele ka hosane hoseng. So, thanks for the talk. I'm feeling much better.
You want prayers?
Yes, I want prayers. That's the only thing that
All right, cool.
I
Let's do it.
need
Let's do it.
right now.
Because I think that I didn't see that people have cited those people that are in the request. I'm gonna take you just now. Let's try. Let's do that. Let's do that just now.
Okay.
Ntate rona ka letseng marung mohlodi wa lehodimo le lefatshe le watle le dilo tsohle re entswe ke wena re mmopo wa matsoho a hao ke wena modimo a rona a kgonang ho re fodisa modimo a rona dintho tsohle di tsiba ke motho a di entseng motho a etsang koloi ke ena tsebang hore o tlamehile a etse kae hore e kgone ho tsamaya. Re baya ngwana bo rona modimo a rona pela sefahleho sa hao. Ntho ya e kopang modimo a rona ke ho bona. Lentswe la hao modimo a rona le ruta hore le mohlang batho ba ne ba se ba bitsa Baratimeo ka hore ke sefofu ebile ha hona mo a hlayang. Wena modimo a rona o la feta mme o la mo fa pono. La mo rapella modimo a rona haholoholo modimo a rona re rapella tshepo e tiileng ya hore a itse hore hona le modimo a phelang a kgonang ho fodisa. Mo fe matla, mo tlatse ka matla modimo a rona, mo tshegetse mo baballe. Nna le di-doctor modimo a rona tse tla mo thusang ka lebitso le le matla la Kriste Jesu re la rapela. Amen.
Amen. Thank you so much. And thank you to everyone on send the message. Thank you.
No, re a leboha ausi wa ka. Thanks. Thank you for trusting us with your issue.
How do I leave this?
Let's get going. Let's get going. One in. Let's get going. Guys, malatsi ka tlo ba moruti sira tsa boruti bona lotla. La ke bua le batho. Hona le mo modi. Boruti bo se bo itlela fela ke bua le batho malatsi. Boruti bo se bo itlela fela these days. Se ba nthonyane o fela ya hore ke se ke bua le motho fela be ke re le bo OC ba se ba o motle. Ke re are you fine? A o motla o ke let me hold your hand. Let's pray. Let's pray. Let's pray. Let's pray. Hi, user. Hi, Monica. Hi, Kinewe. Hi, Lindiwe. We're going to study from the bottom. Imna tahari kalaka class rea dimolion. Kine user dumel. User. Kwena user. 2052. Oh, user utswile. Os Monica dumel. I'm good. I am super. Hello. How are you? Hello. Let's do this. Let's do this. Mamela, I learned this from Kwanzaa's life. Even now, today when you talk, introduce yourself. Hi, I am so and so Kidula Kai. Yeah, let's do that. And then if it's possible, you can say it's fine. It's fine. If you're not comfortable with it, don't do it. But if you're comfortable, hi guys, I simulate. Hi everyone, my name is Koke Tomlepe, 35 years of age. At the moment, I'm in Cape Town. I'm single. The Soto in the house. Okay. No. Really good. You can go for it, Monica. Oh, okay. No. Okay, also, you can go for it, Monica. Monica. Bar unmute, right? And Udlu again, unmute. Yeah, now it's fine. You can talk
Is
now.
it fine now?
Yeah, tell me the sharp. Isha. Is it fine now? Monica Utswil. Okay. Anyway. Okay, come line 3. Lindiwe. Lindiwe.
Feeling family.
Hey,
Hello, who's one?
Raphela ngabe le utlwile. Ngabe di tletse. Re o kwa botse. Tsamaya yona Malindis ra utlwa. Malindis. Lindiwe. Mahatsa Zweli. Madlabantu. Madikan. Mago Barigimang. Tumi. Lindiwe. Dikan. Mahatsa Zweli. All right, let me do this, guys. Let me do something quickly. Because of next year. Kinana sharp nune. Kimataka 5G no. Puleng, can you hear me?
Hi, how are you?
Can you hear me? Now I'm fine, guys.
Yes, I can hear you. And Konjo, we say introduction
So
yesterday.
Okay, hi, I'm Koke Somlefe. I'm 35 years of age. I am from Rustenburg, Cape Town. Nah. Kinalongwana kintatago umulimo. I'm single. Yeah.
Okay.
The rest,
Cool.
DM.
Cool. I think I got you. Hi. Kipuleng. I'm married. I'm 41 years. Kinalima number 4. Originally, I'm from Lesotho, but staying in Joburg.
Lesotho,
Are we on it?
Yes, we are in it.
Yes, guys.
Yes, we are in it.
Yeah, guys. I don't know. I didn't get the topic well, but ke nagana topic e bua ka the worst thing you have ever went through in your life. It might be relationship or family wise, right?
Yes,
Correct me,
Oswak.
please. Oh,
yes,
okay.
Oswak.
All right, guys. Now it's working. I think I'm feeling, I don't know, I'm giving up. I'm actually giving up on my younger brother because I don't know, I have prayed, I have done all the means that I can afford to help him, but it seems like it's not working in any ways that I'm trying to. Like I told you, I think I did mention this, Koki, in the past weeks,
Yes.
that he's a dropped out. He was doing civil engineering and he was doing very well. And actually, unfortunately, he failed his last year of the university. And actually, after then, he just gave up as well. So, what I'm going through, Gary, like I said, we don't have parents. We are orphans, and I had to take care of him. And he's your age, by the way. So, and he has this kind of a girlfriend. They're both, I think I'll say they're alcoholics because all the time in Jebona, they drink wasebetsa, right? But
Udulare.
like,
Udulare.
Rodiport in Joburg.
No Dula Rodiport.
Yeah.
All right.
So
Now, what we are waiting? Kimutwa wa social media. Wa khono bua le batho.
Hasimo to our social media because like utloreka phone or you will give him a phone today. In few weeks there's no more phone. He has to like borrow phones to communicate and So what's one anything that valuable that you give to him, o tla ba e rekisa in order for him hore a kgone ho reka alcohol, and I'm suspecting maybe o sa ja di-drugs now because and the girlfriend also behaves the same way. That is the sad part. Hoba ba nwa kaofela, anything you give they just consume for alcohol or whatever. If ba ja nyaupe, I don't understand. So I don't know what to do anymore with this person because I've like offered go go ko psychologist or maybe o hloka rehab, and he'll say no, I don't need all that. I don't know, guys.
All right. Let's do this, ne? We are starting Men's Corner with Uncle B, Kwanzaa, C, and Sia. To Majida listening, we are starting Men's Corner. It's going to start on Zoom with Uncle. So with Uncle B, Kwanzaa, and Sia. where we're going to
Mm-hmm.
have Zoom meetings, sit and talk and engage the Majid. Now,
Mm-hmm.
let me see if I follow you, Pule.
You follow me. You do follow me.
Yeah, DM me
Mm.
so that we
Mm-hmm.
arrange or restart find out what's wrong from his ankle. Because why I'm saying this, why I'm doing this, it's not for the first time that you bring this again up here. So really it's something
Mm.
that is bothering you. You understand?
Mm.
So
Mm.
DM me. Let's see what we can do. We will try to help where we can. I wish Uncle B can come here. We will try to help where we can, but that's what we are starting. We are starting men's corner. We're going to study digital WhatsApp, because if we do it, ha re ka re etsa mo TikTok, le tlo tla le tlo utlwela taba tsa rona le basadi. E tlo ntse ke re
Of
ka bua ke
course.
re, hey, nna ko lapeng e bore, hey, lapeng like, ha wa rekela bana dijo. So re entse
Okay.
khoneng. Ke
Now
tla tla ke tla mo.
I have a challenge, and my challenge is that, like I said, he doesn't have a phone with him. So how are you going to make it for you guys to talk to him?
Now,
And
but one
he's
again,
living far from me. He's living far
no,
from me. Then
o dula kae?
Odla Roadport and Nakidula Sentin. So
O
it's
mo bona
quite
neng?
far from. Hmm?
O mo bona neng? How often do you see him?
Kimwana maybe in 3 weeks' time.
All right. Now, how to go lo mo bona?
Mm.
Wa phone. Wa bona dikolo tse ntse di kena tse? Okay, ne Stefos. Dikolo tse ntse di kena tse. What?
Yeah.
Say what? Baby, wow, that's good. Kibo, ki bo. Hi, Brayaka. Mede mo ke yone ke go o bue le ene. Wa ke apologize. Kibo, hi mama ne ke re. Ke dikolo tsa teng. So ke yona mmere kwaka. So whenever you are with him, just call.
Okay, cool. I'll do that. Thank you so much. Eh?
Thanks, Auswaka. Ausbobo.
Sure.
Hi, Pabi. Pabi, welcome. Hey, Pabi, you are fit. Pabi, you are fit. Pesa ka di-gift. Hi, Ausbobo.
Oh, hey, Tumela.
How are you? How are you?
Oh, hey, Wankuta.
Ke utlwa hantle wa nkutlwa. Ke matha ka 5G.
Hello.
Hi. Hello. Hi. A ke network ya mo leng teng,
Hi,
Ausbobo.
oh, okay. Agola network hey. Ke tlo kala ke itlhalose he. Eh, Wankuta.
Ke a utlwa Auswaka, bua fela re utlweletse.
Hello.
O tla khutla. O tla bua Ausbobo, re tla mo busa. O tla bua hape.
Oho. Lebitso la ka
Makha
ke
Mokhatile. Ina le Latin, o tla bua. Ha ke re a bua e sa be le late. Macduff, you are mute, my brother or my sister. Please unmute. Okay, just
Cookie,
yes, Macduff. Yes, Macduff.
Hello.
how are you?
Yes,
Hello.
Macduff.
How are you?
I'm fine. How are you? Somebody please mute. You know what? Please mute.
Hello.
Yes, Kinowe, how are you?
Hi, Cookie. How are you?
I'm great. Okay, ke side ya Macduff. Macduff o tla khutla. Yeah, network ena e peng ya. Yeah. Yes, Auswaka bua.
Ke sharp wena.
Ke thabile. Jesu ke morena. Re phela ka mohau, re pholoswa ka maqeba. Re ya wa ra tsoa, re tsamaya ka maoto, re kena ntlong tse empty. Bophelo bo a pele. Bophelo ngwana rona.
Ke a leboha ngwaneso. Ke Kenewe Lekgatlanya ka Mount Fletcher in the Eastern Cape.
but I'm working and based in Carltonville. Ke Motlokwa. Ke a tseba re amana le ba amanang le nna rona re Batlokwa re Anankwe. But yeah, I'm ready to visit Botswana and Mafikeng to see Batlokwa ka moo.
Oh, all right. I like. What? So you think I'm Botswana from Botswana?
Yeah, I think first time go follow you had something to do with something ya Botswana, le butter and what.
Oh, Jesus! We were supposed to go to Botswana with Bata, and then she didn't pitch that one. That one.
Yes, I had that.
Yeah, we
Oh
were
my
supposed to come to
goodness.
Botswana. We had a very big gig in Botswana, and I went alone. Okay. No, because Rustenburg. I'm not from Botswana. I'm from Rustenburg. If I'm all over.
But
Yeah.
you are
Anyway,
closer to me, Howle Rustenburg, because I'm in Carltonville.
Kifitile Carltonville this weekend.
You should have said.
No, you see why? Why
Since you have a
introductions are
number,
important?
then you can say when we are around.
Yeah, then I'll say hi. Oski no we keep
Eh?
it fellow. Then we be made fit.
Yes, I believe.
Yes, Oshwak. Yes,
No,
Oshwak. Go for
I
it.
heard your topics today. It's it's very important to re le basadi re share our experiences so that re kgothatsane, so that people who are still going through what we went through ba kgothale le bona hore ba tla feta, because going through go feta. So rona re fetile, we are on the other side, so we can share our experiences.
Mamel, what are going through to Peter?
Go feta. Wa feta. How I am it means you are still moving. You're still moving.
No,
Yeah, it may seem like uyemeng ka ile nngwe ha o kgone ho feta or whatever because it's dark and you don't feel your movement, but somebody is carrying you through, so you will get to the other side. You know, kgothatso ya ka ho bona ke hore fela you'll get to the other side and you'll see the light of the other side. So I just want to share my experience. I hope I'm gonna not be so long. I was married at the age of 16, I think. And, you know, pregnancy to high school, and then the parents are like, rona re lahle ngwana rona, you know, and then you get married. And then when you get married, you realize, hi, motho ona is not really into me, you know. Yes, we did what we did, but he's not really into me. And then the experience, after experience, and then eventually, no, Mari, we can try this, and then you try it. You know, 20 years later, you realize, man, this guy is still not into me. No, 20 years later, we have our own house, you know, the progress in life, bought a house in town, and we've got things, you know, that we call our own. And he's like, Majita don't want me to go Kakolui eso, you know, but Majita rekadi BM, you know. And then he starts going into that lifestyle, Majita, and then eventually he's always on the street, Majita, and what. Eventually, our first child, or really 16, go varsity ke first year. No, even not before I varsity, ka matric. Ka matric 2010, ke ha re divorce. Ne? The kids don't know. The family doesn't know. Ke re decide or no, it's not working. And ke rona ba tshwantseng ba decide we don't need to involve the family. Ra tsamaya ra court, agreed on the divorce. Now, after the divorce, he promised me he will move out of the house. He's got a new somebody who will start a new life. New life. He's living his life. And then I'm like, no, but you can't do that, you know. And then eventually, water and light is not paid. You know, we live in that life where we live in town, really. I had to go kilokopa metsi. Re bona hore re lighta ka eng le bana mo tlung, you know, that life ya ko makhaya mara re le ko toropong. Okay, And then eventually the child goes to varsity. Ne? How ngwana le ko varsity, ish. Now we can't tell the child or divorce because now he doesn't want to move out of the house. And then we had to sell the house, you know. So ngwana o bona ntlo ko di bitswa in this website ya dintlo, we advertise the house
No,
with the
like
agency.
not Property 24. What
Property
private property?
24. Yes, so go varsity and is into these things. And then one romela, mama, this looks as like our house. What's alang? No, nothing, baby. How about out? I'm like, no, I'm coming. What do you want? You know, go vets. And then I go to vets. I'm like, what do you want? No, na ke batla 1 2 3. Ke mo fe 1 2 3 I batla nke bo. Ha ke batla tle high because now the board, the property board is on the gate. Ntlo ya rekisiwa. And then eventually she came home and then she got the board go gate. But this is the house I saw on the internet. You know,
Why would you like
the family comes and visit and they see the board and like, what's happening? They don't know what's happening. Like, Renali 2 years already divorced already. And the family is surprised. Why are you buying a new house somewhere? No, we divorced. You divorced the married too. People didn't know. We went through that. Really too much. For the sake of the kids. This thing for the sake of the kids. And then eventually I started having these episodes of collapsing, the blindness, the dizziness. Even when I'm driving, I have this thing, yo, what's I king Firstborn would be like, Mama, can drive because I taught them to drive at the age of 12. So now, Mama, can drive, okay, I will drive to get us home after school and all that. And then I got these episodes and then I collapsed at work. And then I was in ICU for like 3 days. After 3 days, but no, your husband, he didn't even bring dilo tsa go tlhapa, re founele mang. I'm like, no, he's the only one I have. I don't have family. I cannot the parents, I cannot the siblings, I cannot anyone. Now I have my 2 kids and my 3 siblings, ba tlhokafetseng bana ba bona ba 3. So now I have 5 kids. And then he's like, no, okay, but what after these 3 days now, why didn't you come? I don't know. My girlfriend was actually having a baby. So I couldn't come because we were in labor. I'm still in the house. When I got back home, the guy is sitting on the couch, scrolling on the baby pictures. Life life high. And then I eventually decided, and then I packed my bags and I left. So whoever is going through whatever you are going through, wafita. At that time, it doesn't seem like wafita. It doesn't seem like you're moving, but you are moving. Eventually, you are the only one who can take a decision. I'm moving forward to go out. But if you are standing still and you feel you just want to give up, don't give up. Don't give up. Because I will give up. You know, there was a moment when I was with a psychiatrist when I had the PDC, when I woke up like a zombie and I would walk around and, you know.
I always tell people about those pills. I ask with that. How do you really so? How about one high? After 3 seconds, no ring.
Okay. You look high, yes.
Like those things make you something else, man. You don't react. Phone me, and you go like, hello. Yeah, I'm fine. Like put you into another mode. But anyway, it's fine.
The Nyaupe people are like those people. Yes. You laugh after a very long time, but that's a joke, and you're like, okay, that was the joke, and then gone out say hi. When you wake up, you have to drink that pill to wake up or be live. And then when you are live,
Mapela uskine. It's too late tlasa botshelo ne. Ke a bona batla ka bontsi. Tlasa botshelo itswile.
Okay.
Continue.
No, No, hi, babe. It's fine.
No,
But
ke bua ka batho ba ntseng ba kena ba tswa ko life-eng e nngwe. Ke bua ka
oh,
bo
okay.
ba ntse ba kena ba tswa life-eng ya botshelo. Tlase e tswile no.
Okay, so yeah, I was just sharing that, and then you get to do in that marriage to raise your kids. Or hi, nna bana ba ka ke batla ba be le ntate, I was raised without a father, and then ke batla hore bana ba ka le nna ba tsebe ntate wa bona. But we are actually damaging the kids. After that divorce, the kids were like the firstborn. All the hore motho o tsere re na le 16 ke a re yena o batla ho dula le ntate wa hae, and she's a girl. Get daddy's girl. I don't know. Now I'm going to stay with my dad. When I understand why why did you have to sell that house? Daddy has a new wife, and then yeah. The one moment I was called to I remember at midnight, about 12, to know daddy has chased me out of the house. Over me. And she had to be dropped somewhere. So I had to organize or I drop you somewhere in the middle of the night. So you go through these things and it doesn't end. At some point when you think you are at the end of it, it starts over, And then the son grows up the boys and like, daddy, what? And then you go and stay with your dad. A few years. After a few years, you're like, and then what is this child doing there? What is this woman doing to my child? And then you keep quiet. Mama, and you start thinking, okay, maybe eventually they realize I wasn't wrong in the situation. I was trying to protect them and myself, but bona bana ba bona ke le wrong. Now is the only time they realize. My firstborn is 30 now. 30. She's married. No ke hona understand hore my mom was actually making the best decision for us. No Jena after her wedding, ke ha ile hona decide hore ntate wa ka is cancelled out of my life because now I've had enough. I've had enough of her abusive situation. Yeah, Horota promise her this and she doesn't deliver. After the divorce, I didn't even intervene. I didn't even want support or anything. He could say and then after that, they're like, Samaya, he's your dad. Go. And then eventually when they come back, they're like, now we see Horonori. So you let other people, sometimes you have to stop. My own happiness comes first. And living for your kids can really destroy you. I tried it and it didn't work. It didn't work, really. In that 20 years, I think I was happy for like 5 to 7 years. After that, 20 years, it was just a waste in that marriage. Then after that, you decide, now I'm happier than I've ever been in my life. And the fact that Banabaka were hoodile and they're out of the house and I'm on my own, I'm happier. I go and visit them. They come and visit me, and all that. It's awesome. And they leave, But you realize at the end of the day, you made the best decision. It was painful at that moment and you didn't know if it's going to work out. Some of the decisions, how didn't go out, they already go sebetsa.
Yeah. No, I'm marveling at what you're saying, and I'm smiling.
So yeah, that's all I wanted to say to the women.
Thank you, Oskino, for sharing. I'm marveling and I'm laughing at what you, and I'm laughing and loving what you say, because you say about it in the past tense and you say it with a smile. It's like somebody looking at the sky and say, I've been through it all, because we have experiences that other people, your first line when you came through I made a status about it on WhatsApp now while talking to you here.
Yes.
To go through, when somebody's saying I'm going through a lot, it means wafita.
Yeah.
It's not that you are stuck. It means wafita. You ufita through
Exactly.
and ufita, it means if it was 10 kilos, how I've been going through a lot for quite a long time. It means that maybe you might be left with 1 kilo. And we often don't allow ourselves time to go through. So thank you for that. You gave us this one type. You gave us a good intro to the topic that sometimes you go through a lot of things, but what's I eat, and you have to even pretend to the kids and pretend to everyone
Yes.
else. Thank you for sharing your experiences with us. Thank you
No,
so much.
it was a great pleasure. I also wanted to make a comment about the lady that came through. One Abua the brother who is the way and
Eh,
everything.
eh.
I don't know. No, to go go the speakers into.
All right, request okay, maybe no green call. Request okay.
Okay. No, I wanted to say
Network mahetse man. Matsidiso wa good.
Le kae Tikoki and family?
Re teng ausi wa ka le kae?
Re teng.
Re a phela.
All right. My story, ne? Something that I went through alone. My first pregnancy. Relationship was not okay, nje. I think for a while. Then I'm one person as doing in a relationship and because I don't believe in mahutelan. It just doesn't work for me. So I was at that stage. So I was let me be okay.
Eh,
Just when I was about to do that, then I found out I'm pregnant.
mntwana phakathi.
Yo.
Ha re gola ne re pregnancy re. Na le mntwana phakathi.
Okay, and then now I was frustrated. I was like, okay, let me give it a try. And I don't know, maybe it was pregnancy or something. All of a
How old
sudden,
were you?
I was 25.
I know le moholo. No sebetsa.
Yes, I was working. I could never have had a baby because I said my grandmama was gonna kick me out of her house. So that one was not an option.
Kamnandi abafana. Boys. Yisha.
Then all of the sudden, I was like back to square one, madly in love with this guy. That time, like, he's abusive emotionally and verbally and all that. And then
Litisa puan.
yo that guy border. Then like I started having depression. That stage where and people at work would be like, hi, okay, pregnancy. And my friend was like, ooh, I know how to that time, like, these people don't know who yo. It's not that I don't want to. And I think the saddest thing is that for that 9 months, almost every week, I would have a client. Intervene on issues that the relationships are abusive. And I had to do it because I had to be strong. Pretend about the bubbly me.
But anyway, it's fine. It's fine.
Oh, okay.
Where do you work? What do you do?
Okay, by then I am a social worker by profession, but I'm no longer practicing. Now
Okay.
I work at Raituke as a community systems technical officer.
All right.
Yes.
All right. No, I stress. Continue, remember.
So then at 8 months, guys, I've never been beaten by a boy
Wajola.
No,
Wajola.
no, I wasn't. I think that's one thing it is bangan. And I hate where it was like. The minute you feel like I lose it. So that's what happened that night. I said some horrible things. Abambisa kampama.
Mathis, ulo sebetsa le melao ne.
I have. That was many years
Mamela,
ago.
mamela. Okay, if you have, it's fine.
Mm.
Bo us ba bangata ba good quality, ba A grade, ba Woolworth ya bo OC. Ba ba na leng di-career, ba ba keneng school, ba batsadi ba ba zametseng bophelo, ba ba qualified, ba bolawa ke bophelo.
That's true.
Yeah, ba bolawa ke the way ba bolawa ke the way ba arabang ka teng.
Yeah,
And then
that's
because
very
they've got
true.
their life figured out, ha ba tsebe go ikokobetsa, ha ba tsebe go ithapelletsa. And then wa di banna re bana re bana ha o ka re a o tlhe molefe ke a go kopa. Ke feel hore onke ene kana go mo peleng so kala ke bua fela ke a go kopa nka ikeletsa yona dile. Ene ke ba happy bile ke ya mosadi ya ka mai ene lona lo ke di dile lona
Yeah,
lona
that's very true.
bo tipo lona se se bereka ntse sama tse tsa bereka ntsa no di dile leleme.
Yeah,
Hi,
that's true.
hi.
That's
Bona
very true.
president that thing swaki. I don't know koki. Ke president that thing swaki.
No, that's
Eh,
true because I'm glad I realized that was my problem, and I've really worked on it because I've worked on it. So because of everything, the depression and not having anyone to talk to, because my friends and everyone thought, hi, these people are happy, man. I couldn't even say I'm not happy.
so no pretender.
I was pretending.
Ha le tswa di out nyana le tsamaya kaofela.
The outtake at Bona, the guy would come over every weekend. If I call and say, I can feel sharp today, he would come, knowing very well what was a man.
Mara lona le pregnancy di moods tsa teng. Hey,
I wasn't even moody. Someone after that said, it's because you were pregnant. Pregnant. I was the sweetest at that time as compared to any other time.
is it?
And I was. Like,
And
there are
then how
things.
fela la tsaya.
Unfortunately, ke la ka tlameha ho pepa pele ho nako ke high blood and everything. And
Eh,
after that, I decided to what's again. I ke na le ngwana no who needs me. He hloka ke le hantle, ke le mme a hantle. And then that was the end.
all right.
Yeah.
No, ra le boa tshidi. O fitile. You went through.
Yo,
O
I went
fitile.
through shame.
That's
I
the
went
word for
through.
tonight. The word for tonight, o fitile.
Yeah.
You went through. You are not stuck. O fitile.
Yeah, no. That's true. Ke a leboha.
Sharp. Auskino we ine ukatile or we are about to conclude. No bua ka ausi bona. Wa ngwana bona.
Yes. Ne ke bua ka ausi ole wa ho commenta ka ngwanabo a nang le mathata ne. I had a brother like that. The brother started, remember I had a child at 16 and I was still at school. So he came, re hodisitswe in different families. So my mom would have a child because nasebetsa di kitchening abaise to their sisters, to the, family, baba hodise. So we grew up in different houses. And then eventually the brother came. Ne, ha fihla, he's like, yeah, when you have a child, you should go lo dula ha hao. I'm like, no, I'm married already, but ke emetse ho fetsa sekolo, then I'll go haka. No, and then he started Atsuba Matekwani, and he's clever and he's excelling in school and what or high school. And then eventually he started demanding things in the house. Already talk it's a high, everything get high, he didn't have a childhood because he didn't have a mother and what. Bohlanya bo ba high, he started beating us up. Ne, as a family, like re banyana kaofela, he's the only brother we have. Ne, ke a mo hlahlama, I come after him. Ke nna la bona. So kena boso, the boss of the house, and he would come home, demand all the food, a je dijo tsohle, ha ke re o tsuba matekwane. Yo, even our mother would go through that. And then would go to police station. Police station about no, the social workers, go to the social workers. We don't interfere in home issues. The social working and consult. Would go to social workers. Would ask for the police the court order. Hey, ask Mari, he lives in the house.
Protection order. Protection.
The protection order didn't work. They didn't work. And my mom ended up at msebeting abatla pleke kumsebeting. She was at that time she was working in the mine, and then akupa room ko hostel. She was the first woman to leave ko hostel. And then after room ko hostel, I lo dula le bontate ko hostel because my brother was abusive towards her. Now we're staying with my brother in the house, and then we had to remote tolerate in the situation because we had no way to go. Now, I fetsa matric. I got, went to my in-laws' house because I was married already, and then I took my mom out to Dilalinda. And then there was a time when my mom was in hospital, Akula, and my brother went, I can say the plastic it's in. I lo batla tjhelete at the hospital. I feel abuse my mom in the coma. A batla tjhelete. Or you can't be lying here when I'm hungry. And then we went through all that. And then eventually my mom passed on. Now I'm left with this brother. My siblings are gone. My mom is gone. When my mom passed, he took over the house. Ne? He's like, no, I can't be living Kumkukung. I must stay in my mom's house. The house that I bought for my mom while while she stopped working. And then I felt because my husband didn't want her in the house. I feel ha kgono ba free ha hae, ha kgono tsamaya le mapona, So I eventually bought my mom a house, and I'm like, okay, Habi, I'll buy my mom a house close by. Ke tla nna ke mo checka, ke bone ho sharp, ke mo batlele motho a tlo mo hlokomelang. Before my mom moved into that house, she passed on. Okay, the house was under renovations, and then a funeral. After the funeral, my brother was like, no, I'm moving in. We're like, okay. My one sibling was still alive then. We were like, okay, let's share, or buy us out of the house. If you don't want this house or be our home, those are the other things that will kill us. Holwanela dintlo, tsa batho ba shweleng. Now, we're fighting for the house, saying it's our home. Me and my sister were married, and then we're saying, if re batla ho etsa dilo, we want to come home and do them. If my sister passed on because she must come home to be buried. She must be able to do 1, 2, 3. And then he was like, no, you can't do that. I'm going to buy you out of the house, And then he didn't buy us out of the house. So the house remained in my mother's names. And then I was like, okay, it's fine. Then we still have a home. My sister passed on. When she passed on, sister, now we need to do the funeral. We need to come together. We need to come home and do this. He was like, no, not in my house. No. Out Mofa Zolo ya high. And I don't know if he was into Zol and other things, but he was into Zol. And then Abofa Zolo ya high, no, it won't happen. And then ka funeral, ra hloma tente ko strateng because now he wouldn't allow us into the house. Ulokile di gate, ukile ko tlung. We put the tent in the street and we're like, okay, we're gonna do the work here. Cook everything outside the yard and rapata. Before rapata, yo a tla etsa moferefere a betsa batho ka ditshipi bona hwa bitswa di ambulance ya ba corruption e nngwe. Now after all that, I still had to forgive, and he's my brother, he's my blood. The account ko banking. I'm like, I need to make sure and all that, even though you're not working and what. He's never worked in his life. So my mom was supporting him. I was supporting him after my mom. And I'm like, okay, you have to continue eating. Account. a ya ko bankeng a lo demanda all his money a lata bank manager wa ko Absa fitlha re bona ke kopa tšhelete ya ka yotlhe ba mo fa
Yonke.
yonke the pension fund ya ko mining ba mo fa yona. It was thousands. I won't mention how much it was, but it was thousands. After he got
Let me wow.
that money, after he got that money, he was okay. Hana le tšhelete o sharp. Bona wa tlhapa, wa apara diaparo tse sharp, bona o ba sharp. And then he burnt the house. Ha tšhelete e fela, a kopanya furniture ele a e tjhesa di-bedding, di-bethe, di-sofa, a di tjhesa. Ne? A re ena ha deal ka dilo tsa bafu. A re ena ha deal ka dilo tsa bafu. Okay. Burnt the house is black and what. And then a tsenya di-plastic mo tlung a re, hey, now I can ke batla batho ba tlo hira mo tlung. And people came. People are desperate for accommodation. They came a ba rentisetsa di-room tse ding mo tlung. Eventually they had a fight. Ka ntho ya motlakase, they're not buying electricity and what. Re feta mo dilong. And then I was called in to come and speak to batho bao ba hirile mo tlung hore ba patale motlakase. But no, but your brother said rente ke bokana and it includes water and lights. Now we're surprised hore eventually neng ha rena motlakase and what. Ke re mare coupon ke ha le bona motlakase wa fela why le sa load you guys are desperate for accommodation. The fact that hore le dula plekeng e so you are desperate for accommodation. So do yourself a favor, we take a motlakase. They bought motlakase. You know what it did? It stripped the coupon thing out. Now I'm called in ko masipala to come and you know ke tlo patala this box a intshitseng hore e restoriwe. A restoriwe. O tlhokafetse no yana. O tlhokafetse last year ka September.
May he still rest.
And then he passed. And then I had to bury him. Ke setse ke le one, I'm the only sibling.
O jalo ke mo pata ke thabile ke reka suit e ntjha.
Yo. Ra mo pata ka pula e jwang. Ka pula e jwang.
A phomole.
Yo, the house that he bent down in Enela ne e kena metsi. He slept in wet. Kore ha re lo phutha mo le ha fetsa o tlhokala. The mattress was wet. The blankets were wet. Ha re lo mo pata pula yana e nngwe ntho re so e bone. Then after that, so I'm just saying to that sister, you know, hold on. Sometimes they didn't talk. We can't choose our siblings. We can't choose who you are born with. Mari, at the end of the day, they're our blood. We can't give up on them. I didn't give up on my brother until death. Yes, I will never forgive him for beating my mom up. Yes, I can forgive him for who beat but not my mom. But eventually, I had to get over that and still look after him and still know his whereabouts. And I was the first one to be called by the police. You know, it was sad. It was tragic. But at the end of the day, I said, I'm glad he passed before me so I can bury him. Because he can never bury me.
At the end of the day, now I'm gonna statement is buang so ke fetsa mo before. Before what re kenya full stop oda.
Yeah.
I'm glad he passed on full stop. Yeah, but before what? Na.
So batho ba jwalo ke batla go kgothatsa buto ausi o hore nako nngwe you can't change batho ba ko lona. You can't change hore ba phela jwang. You can't change hore ba decide eng mo life ya bona. Mare they are still in your life because they are your blood. At the end of the day, now my prayer was let me bury him before nna ke tlhokafala because ha nka tlhokafala o tlo ba stranded. Ke bang a tlo mo patala.
Half a second, guys. Just hey,
so I decided that if you can't change him, then change me. Hore ke kgone hore ke amohele situation ya hae until death. Ke mo pate.
then I will sleep in peace. If it happens or before, ke kopa ho be teng a way ya hore yena a patwe. Wa e bona? So, and it happened, and I thank the Lord for that. It happened, and I buried him. And but we cannot change them. But re ka amohela and go on and until re ba pata. That was a situation I had to live for. Ka dilemo-lemo, and it was hectic. So it happens for everyone. So, but whatever you're going through, sometimes you're not going through a ditla. At the end of the tunnel, light yaka was his death. And his death was the end of my other misery. His death was my other end of other troubles. Yes, it wasn't nice. He's my sibling. But at the end of the day, it was the end of what we thought. You know how it's about. And I still mourn his death. What I think, now, out of the 4 kids, there was only 2 left, and then he's gone. I still mourn that. But at the end of the day, so it was my light at the end of the tunnel that I had to see. So we also might go through that for life until ngwana ko bona tlhokafala. But a rapele fela hore ngwana ko bona a tlhokafale pele a kgone ho mo pata, a kgone ho mo sebeletsa, mo etsetse tsohle tse a tlamehang ho di etsa, just so he can be buried in peace. So that's the end of my story.
Ke a leboga auskino, ke a leboga. Nna la nkitse nna go fa chance ha ngwe ya bedi bophelo. Nna la nkitse a se nna o. Hi, dieketseng.
Hi Koki, ho jwang ngwaneso?
Rapela ngwaneso.
Wa itukela man. Yo, ya bophelo ne. Guys, na bitso la ka dieketseng, normally they call me Keke. Mohaladi by the surname, 43 years of age. I'm a educator by profession. I live in the Free State. Yebo.
All right, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, teacher.
Yeah.
Honale ma'am. Ma'am, kwa bo tshwara o dire bo mafutsanyana bo lenyora la thuto ke ma'am. Honale bo teacher. Honale bo teacher Keke.
Nna ke ma'am Keke.
Wena ma'am Keke. Honale bo teacher Keke, bo teacher Koketso. Bana ke ba bo life school, bo Kiro, bao ke bo teacher.
No, I'm working at the white school. They don't even know my surname. They can't even pronounce it. So hence Mem Keke, Mem Keke.
Yes, ma'am, you can continue.
Hey, in community of property, guys. Obona how to.
Lauka thaba jwang. Lanka
thaba jwang kapo jwang rata motho.
Wanta una le 400 million.
Bona wa mo rata ka love le liver le sebeten alles. Don't go to in community of property. Never. Ki bile ka ra in community of property my partner for 8 years.
Mama, it's just 2 minutes. Yeah.
For the whole 8 years. In my marriage, I never been happy. Ulabana the ups and downs. But most I was tortured emotional. What's about who better ha motho o shapa? Isn't our torture emotional. By that time, I was not working. I struggled to get a job. So Nictola di job there and there. Then my husband is a teacher also. Then some of them you don't know them. Because most of the things then you have to pay those loans because lenyalani in community of property. Ke bana le relapse ya depression twice. Ine ka re ke a hlanya koki. Yo guys, ke qala ho bana le ntho e jwalo bophelong ba ka. Kore hai ke kore ke ne ke qala ho bona ntho e jwalo. I never thought hore I will survive. I never thought.
Jwale no
After
shapelwa
the
ngwana wa.
funeral. Wa tseba hey. Koki wa tsa ho betere motho a o shapele ntho e tsebang. E
Alright.
se motho a o
Yaanong wa-
tlhotlhorang emotional.
and then
Wa
abaitsana ba
understand?
hlokafala.
Ya, o la hlokafala ka May ka 2012. Before a
And then
hlokafala,
ha hlokafala. Yeah.
a resign. A resign.
Oh, it's clever. Yes.
A resigna. O resignile ka 2011. A resignile ka ske ka tseba le go resign. By that time ne se ke thotse mosebetsi ke sebetsa college-ing. Ke le lecturer ya IT. So ne ke sa sebetse hae, ke sebetsa out of town. Le yena o sebetsa out of town. Re kopana di-Fridays ha re tla hae.
Unisa,
Ha
long
re tla
distance.
hae, long distance, yeah. Ha a tloha ka that side, wa founa or nna ke founang. Yeah, ke palame ke a tloha. So in 2 hours ke tla be ke se ke di fihlile mo ntlong. Le nna the same.
I can't wait to see you.
Wa e bona?
I miss you. Bye-bye.
I miss
Yeah.
you. I miss you, my love. Just like that. Hardly 3 months, a resignile. Or 4 months. Ke bolellwa ke chomi ya hae. O nanahana ke a tseba. Then ke sa tsebe ho resign. Ke kena mo
Young pension fund. It's your young provident fund.
no, ke a fihla like kila bona o fihla late. Ha ke kena ka town ke a hopola ke re my son by that time o nana le 5 years. Ke re since ha ana bua lena mo founung o na nkupile cake o kila bona. Ke re ke ka shetse Pick n Pay first before kwalwa ke lo mo rekela cake. Ha ke tlo kena mo lemating, chomi ya hae o re fela ho nna HK Hardeman. Ke re ha e tloa wena hey, ha ona motho a shweleng ko hae. Just like that. A re no man. Di man wa ka tlo tlohella mosebetsing ngwana le monyane so. Yo koki. Ke la jeka net daso. Ya ka ga ke tsebe ke utlwileng. Ha ke fihla ntlong ke a fiuma ke batla ho mmotsa but ke a tshaba ho tloha ke shapu. Ha o kgone ho ka botsa motho ha ntle ntlo etsalang. Ho no le jwang mosebetsing ha ho le sharp. He ka motho wa nthetsa tse.
Ntse kwata wes.
Motho wa e bona. Saturday, Sunday ke pheka dibeke, ke pheka ya ka, ke pheka ya hae. So nna normally ne ke tsamaya Monday morning. Yena a tsamaya Sunday afternoon. No, wa tsamaya o kena koloing wa tsamaya. As if what we. Ha fihlile ma fihlileng teng wa mfounela. Hi babes. Ke fihlile ke tsamaile sharp, then we'll talk tomorrow. Okay, ke a ke tlo mo trap. The next morning ke phone ne re tlwaetsane jwang. Okay, no, ho jwang sekolong? Hi man, hey, wa tsaba bana ba sekolo, hey, nkae and weekend I'm not coming home. How tle why? No, principal a meeting, hey, di choir. A o fa ditori, o nana le ditori. Okay, sharp, ke kgawana. Itse a tlile hae, ke a utlwa hore ke sa kgona ho fiuma man, nthwena e ndutse bohloko. Then before that, ke founela sekolong, hona le one of the teacher ne ke mo tlwaetse, ke mo botsa. Ke re ke kopa ho bua le Mohaladi. A re mang motho o na le 3 months kaofela resign. Ha sa sebetsa mo. Ke go sebetsa kae? A re motho o nkile tjhelete tsa hae. O dutse lekeisheneng. By that time ha ke tsebe nix. Ke mosadi wa hae ka nako e. Ha ke tsebe nix. Yer. Ha ke se ke mo botsa ke a re fela hona no ne ke batla ho sebetsa mo hae. A motho wa modimo. O sebetsa jwang mo hae re sokola mosebetsi. Why no sa batle cross transfer fela o tlisang hae? Cause ra sokola o re be mo hae. Okay, sharp. Tjhelete tsa tswa for tsa April. I never even had a chance ya hore ko re ke je le sent ya tjhelete ya hae. La e se tswile. He never even told me hore tjhelete di tswile. Next. A di ja le ditjhomi.
But ha ke botsa something, ho na le bothata mo. Ho na le bothata mo. Le ntse le phela yang ka tjhelete ho la long.
Kae mo ntlong?
Eh.
Mo ntlong a ke by that time nna ne ntse ke sebetsa. Ke le contracting ne ntse ke sebetsa nna.
Mara le na le hore le re ho twe ha re dutse fela ya ka nna ke na le hore ke re baby. Yes love, motho o na itse ne ke ile giging batho bana ba itse ba lo mfa 3000 ba mfile 4 ho na le extra 1000 so hora ro ka nne ga e ne le teng ntho ya just general conversation about finances in the house.
Next Koki. Next la uno ka wa starter bon la uno ka wa starter cause normally ne re tlwaetsane like the weekend ga tswa re tla re ya bo spe bo kae wa qala wa bua yo e bata bua lwana.
All right. And then ha tlhokahala ne ke tswile ha no bua ka tlhokofala ya ha sna tlhokofala
ha sa hlokaetse then ke lo phutha dintho mana dula room na ntsa e patala kwa na ntsa dula teng as if ke motho ana ntsa thowe wa understand ha se re lata dintho ha ke kopana le di loan tsa bo African Bank bo Capitec he mon bo hona le ngwe thu ke eng I forget the other bo Capfin din about 5 of them. Koki whatever after that I have to pay those loans. Ko re ne ka re ke a hlanya. 2 of those loans. Yo. Close to 200 and something thousand.
Pension fund to
Next dololo hasana next.
And then loan without death cover. That's
exactly. West party ha ke lo claim asa hlokahetse di policy ntse ke tsebang rena le tsona ha ke fitla Sanlam Sky ha ke beneficiary
ha a wena
I'm not the beneficiary beneficiary ke ke mme wa hae
o lo re patale ke go ba lo claim
yo Koki yo
guys mamela everyone 220 230 ha re ke the same dintho bohlofo bophelo. The people that you know that you're going to be responsible for their death, cover them yourself.
Exactly.
But what's bang hore wena o tlo ba responsible for bona. But bang hore if tomorrow you wake up ho te ba hlokofetse, it is your responsibility. Cover them yourself. To avoid ntho tsa hore o lo batla tšhelete o tlo utwe beneficiary ke X. Wena I cover le bona. So that because o tsebe matata teng a lo dula mahetleng a hao matata a lefu la bona batho ba. A lo dula mahetleng a hao.
If ne ke se wise enough ne ke sna like bo di policy tsa bo bank bo di society nka be ke sa gona mo boloka o kila bona cause hotle mo ntse ke fitla teng ha ona mo ke hlaellang le bana next up until ke khutlela beke mo le Sanlam ke lo hlalosetsa mosadi ya legwao story ke sena ho etsa la 1 2 3 I don't know I will help you that one is very easy that one in community and the wife here's the papers yo Koki here that's guys no ha ke di bua ko re ke a tsheya but it was fitile the most painful thing in my life and then ha qeta o tlhokofala the house that in re dula ho yona ine se ntlo ya rona ine le la hae but ntlo e ngodisitswe ka my son by that time my son o nana le 5 years ne ha qeta o hlobola thapo ke le kuwa ntlo le ngwana ha qeta o le kuwa remember nna mo ke sebetsang teng ke contract ke a fela I have to go back home ntlong ya batswadi ba ka. Wa tsa itse ke fihla ka phahlo ele ya ntlo e pakwa jareteng ka mo garage-eng. Ntate wa ka utlwile fela ke re ha ke e batle ka jareteng. Ne ke bitsa everybody ana feta mo strateng. Ha o feta ke re Koki ha o batle bethe. Lindiwe ha o batle di-sofa. Pe tsatsi le dikela o tlo nka ntho tse. Ke startile life from scratch le ngwanaka.
Ha ke bolele something why I'm laughing. When I was getting into this place now here,
Yeah.
somebody called me. I think she's live here. And then and I'm like, go ahead again. Him no matter se lo reka furniture ka kgetlo la boraro. Ene ke itse ga go reka ke lo reka furniture la kgetlo la boraro. Mara bophelo bo ntse bo ya pele. Re ya feta re ya tsamaya.
Ehe.
Ha re mo.
So people by that time ba ne ba re no ko bane ke utlwile bohloko ke a hlanya ke tse ha ke batle next year that guy. Ha ke batle whatever ne re share together. Ko ha ke batle ha ke jeka ka ga ntlo bentse ke e bona. Ke la fana ka everything in re na le yona. Ke starta bophelo from scratch. Ke lo hira one garage e nyane so ne le garage e nyane ke dula le ngwana ka mo teng. Luckily ke be ke thola mosebetsi wa teaching. By that time ke na le qualification ya teaching. Ke na le diploma tsa management. Ha ntse ke sebetsa sekolong se ntse ke le ko sona. Principal fela ke utlwa fela a nratile the way ne ke sebetsa ka teng. Ko go nna ke ikemiseditse ka bophelo ba ka. Ke re ke batla ho ya sekolong but ha ke na finance. A ba re no, the school will finance you. O kila bona. Then the school and finance up until ke obtain a qualification ya ka teaching. He started everything from scratch. So hence ke re in community of property guys, na for na hi ke sharp. I will never do that mistake again. I will never. Anyeke. Azange at all. Rata motho but o mmele mole. O mmele hole kwa.
Ke a leboga ausi ke tse batho ba ngata when I say that ba re ke a hlanya and yeah ha ke ba bolella hore la o ka tsona go tona le 500 billion ha ke batle in community of property ha ke la ona tšhelete ngata e fetang ya
serious
ha ke batle nna le mathata yona
next so next ka March tla be ke qetella ho patala loan e one e nngwe ya hae e ke sa tsebe go tšhelete ya teng ho no etsalang ha o etsa leng. And that one I fought for it. Ko koloi ya ka e se lo nkua jwale. Ke re seng koloing ya ka ke e sebeleditseng. E seng matleng a ka. Le ja koloi ya ka matla ka jwang. Motho wa sa ntsiela le sente ke re next. Ke a mona nka mpa mona ga hlabanang ka dithipa mona. Ke re next. Ho ha. But kore ha ke qoqa ke fitile. Kore le ka ga depression and everything. Ha o tlo ke ha le bua ka medication teng ao. Kore haish. Hore nka tsheya fela. Cause I know. So ladies, haish. Ha ke re buleng mahlo. Serious.
Bule mahlo. O be bohlale. So motho o bule mahlo. O be bohlale.
O bule mahlo o be bohlale. Ehe. O etse lavidavi but lavidavi ha e felle kwana. E be ne le 1 meter distance in between.
No. Thank you. Hopefully somebody learned something. Thank you so much.
Okay. Okay, ngwaneso, thank you.
Malindis. Ba fitwa ke na motlakase o re pop. Ho benyana. Ha ke na motlakase go tlile ka bese. Motlakase o re pop. Ho benyana. Malindis.
Hello.
Hi Lindiwe, how are you?
Go rough family, go rough.
Go grand. Romametse.
Sure, e re ke re so pele ne. Ke thabela di life tsa hao. Ke feela hore re thola therapy. Hantle mona we are on our counseling sessions. Hantle. Because remember pheko ya mathata a depression le mental health ha se pilisi. Ke ho bua ho ntsha se mafatlheng ne.
Are you fine? Haqale mo pele, are you fine?
Ke 120 ntate.
All right, that's good.
I'm okay. I'm happy. Ke
That's good.
sharp ntjaka.
That's good.
Yes, I've been through 2 situations tse bohloko e ka feta mara ne, because I
Ha
always put that mask e reng Malindis, you've got this. You've got this. The first one was the one ya finance. Ke startile ho sebetsa ke le intern. Ke nahana hore all these shops ha ntse ba bona ke maybe ke ntsha tjhelete ya Absa, ba bona ka ngata. Thola di-letter fela di nkopa ke bule di-account. Wa tseba ke ile ka qetella e na le di-credit card A3, di-loan tse 2, account tsa di-clothing store tse plus minus 7. Mamela, ya re taba permanent mosebetsing ha ke qeta, I was drowning in debt. Mamela, ka nako eo mma o rata soft life. Ke rata bo di-swimming pool, di-park, di-jazz, di-restaurant-e, ke motho wa ntho tseo. Ha ke no lebala tsatsi le leng se ke bonahala jwale hore ha ke na tjhelete. Wa bona ke mothunyana bo botle jwang? Ya bo se bo tjhentjha bothunyana bonana bo se bo sa be botle. Ke stress jwale. Ha ke sa apara hantle. Ke nna o ke tsamaya le bakgotsi kgwedi e fedile ra spare. Ke rekile boots ko Makuleng, ke rekile maobane, ke tena maobane le 2 day ne. This second day boots ya benya jwale ka re ke itshasitse ka poli. Jwale you won't believe dichomi tsaka ene ke tsamaya le tsona tsene di tseba re rata soft life re etsang ke ha di tsheya buti ya ka ke sa bone. Ra dutse mo raja kante ba llaga hleng fethu hore jwale madam o sa tsena botsitsana jwale go utlwile ho thwe e rekile maobane jwale ha e se benya tje ho etsalang. So one of the ladies a re ho nna, Lindiwe, ke kopa o ska hlolo o tsamaya le rona ho tla spare. Ebile le nna never ke sa hlola ke tsamaya le these ladies month end. Kopa re dule re tsamaela re le 2, whatever we do re etse re le 2. Nna be ke ra why? Because ke ra ke bone motho. What's one ntho o njwetse yona this year? And that thing happened around 2010. Ke yona nhlalosetsa today hore hantle ka nakwane o no tshewa general. But ka leboha modimo hore maybe it was that incident fela e leng ya qabisa haholo, but nna inside me ne ntse ke na le this peace e ke na le yona e ke rutuweng ke mama ya hore we count our blessings. Ha o tsoha fela wa hema ha o ntso tlo feta nthong tse ngata. Ba understand? Then ka ithuta he hore no, ke tlo sebetsa jwang ka di-credit tsaka ka etsang hona tje. Now I'm okay, I'm debt free, ke sharp, se ke tseba hore ke ya Small Street ke batla diaparo, ke loha moropotso ke batla ho loha. Wa bona se ke iphilela life e lekanang salary ya ka no. Ke happy, ke sharp, ke fitile. Stop. Number 2, mme wa ka ntate wa ka hlokahala 2014. ha bo ntate wa ka ba re mme wa ka o bolaile ntate wa ka.
Lindiwe. 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 Is it my side or is it everyone? Ke nna fela ke sa mo utlwe. Ke nna fela ke sa mo utlwe. Oh, it's the side. All right. I'm not going to do a rhetoric, ne? But I've told you guys how. Even one day I showed you, ne? One day, Kilaga Lebonsa screening, where I was paying, Kilabonsa screening one day, where I was paying Boma, I think there were 6 accounts, study credit, study loan, the credit card. Not my loans only, my loans and credit card. My loans only and credit cards. They used to add up to 14K a month. Loan the credit card. It's 14,000. Group. 14,000 and loan the credit card. Fair. And those are thing the children that near the festival. How na festival X revive Mumzans. How na province, capital city a province that I haven't been to, Mumzans. Yeah, Kileka is a screen setting one day on a live. Ribuaka Kilebonsaka 20, I think it was 2016 or 20 whatever. That I was working in Patalabkai. I think it was 2016. Man. Yeah. And next time we all. I 250 nearly 250. I think they call it over 500 or 4. They call that to say, wow, but like I said, just screen setting. Kilebonsaka 2016 with Allah. Modlet, how are you?
Hi, Koki. I'm good. I'm good.
I'm great.
Dumelang kaofela. Nna lebitso la ka ke Gladness. I'm from Bethlehem. I'm 33 and I work at the bank.
Mfellow. Mfellow.
Wa qala o ntso re dingata o batla o di eketsa.
I know I'm wise. Hey, next time I can batla batho ba bank.
Jwang?
Unka ID number o tla sana motho a re ai maybe I ke happy ka dikoloto tsa go.
Sentse go thusa ho patala hona mono tla.
Hey, Oswak.
Now what I went through, it's still new. I'm still going through it. I went through a divorce recently. Yay. And to start with, divorce thing was very akitsebi. It was like a joke. Re ne re le right ka tlung. We were okay. Ke ne ke qeta ho ba le ngwana. Ha ntate a file divorce, I think ngwana o na le, I think he was 6 months. 6 months. I thought hore haibo wa bapala because we were okay. Ntho nngwe le nngwe e ntse tsamaya as per normal ka tlung. Ke sa understand hore ebile ke hopola ha tjho jwalo a re yena he wants out. Ke re o qadile wa bapala ka ntho tse serasa, ha se ntho tse bapalang tseo. Okay, e fete after I raised that topic nyana eo e fete, and then ke hopola re be le argument nyana ya hore my daughter ona batla ho ya habo ntate wa hae. So nna ke dumetse hore a ye habo ntate wa hae, and then ntate wa hae o tla kgutla le yena in the afternoon ha tswa mosebetsing a tle hae. Dikolo ne ntse I think ne le ka ha ntse dikolo di kena di sa kene full time because of COVID.
Yeah, by date. Yeah.
Eh, so ha e ntse le nako enono a ile yena ha a fihla ntate wa hae lo mo lata mantsibuya ke a bona o hana ho kgutla. So nna ha hane ho kgutla ke re okay ke go ntate wa hae ke kopa o kgutle le yena because ha ra dumellana jwalo. So ke kopa a kgutle a tle hae because customer fela a sa kopa ha kope hantle and then she goes. But hey hape ntse ke na le problem ya hore ha ke batle a ye a spende nako.
Tati, are you fine? Tati. Robetse ne?
Ke mang a hemang?
Robetse. Robetse. Robetse.
Okay, so
Khala ke ene shem ke thola.
hello.
Robetse. Ke Tati. Shem Robetse. Yes, my sister.
Okay, and then oh okay. Do I continue or happy?
Yeah, you can continue.
Okay.
Continue, Madeleine.
Thank you. Then ke ne ntse e le hore re na le issue ya hore ha bona like ngwana sister wa hae he was on drugs like hore he even ka tsatsi le leng a fihla a thola the grandmother a dutse a shebelletse TV a fihla a change TV ke a bona the grandmother ntse a shebelletse. So the grandmother mo botsa hore haibo o kena ka tlung o fumana ke shebelletse TV and then wena wa change o etsa jwang jwalo. Anka the grandmother a mo shapa like a mo shapa e le hore yena o bile o tswa ka tlung monna ka o tswa ka tlung ha bue le bua hore ho etsahalang o tswile fela ke re ke eng ha bue mohlang a kgutlang khona njwetsang hore motho ka ne o shapile mme wa ka. And okay ke realize hore problem ena ya hae ya the drugs it's serious. So nna ngwana ka ke ngwanana and a ke feel safe after mono ka ke ba jwetsa ke re na I don't feel safe hore ebe o ya and then ngwana ka o robala mono because if a kgonne ho shapa nkgono wa hae what else can he do kore ha ke feel safe ho hang. So nna ke kopa ho protecta ngwanaka because ha ke batle hore at the end of the day ho sane ke be matsohlohong e le hore ke ne ntse ke bone di signs di ne le teng mo and nna fela ke batla fela hore ke batle ho ratwa kapa ke o ke la bona. So ke ra nna ke nahana hore bana o tla ya le yena ha wena o le teng kapa re ya re lo ba bone but re kgutla le ngwana ha tlo robala mono because nna ke a tshaba no e start mono. So ha se startile ya ba se le issue mhlaena le mhlaena ho thwe nna every time ke hana ha bana batla ke hana bana ba ya hankgono wa bona. Okay taba ena ya tracker man ya ba taba e ka reng ke ntho e bueileng ya nthe ha se ntho e bueileng it's nna ke nahanne hore e bueile it's sorted athe batho bona ba nkile ka pelo ha o re tsatsi leno ha hana ho tla he ngwana ke founelwe hore hai ngwana o hana ho tla go yena o tlo go bala hang khono wa hae ke re no ha tlo go bala ke kopa a kgutle. Okay a kgutli apparently una lla he batle le ntate wa hae marantsa lla nkgono wa hae a mfounela just ha ba kena ha ba bula garage nkgono wa hae a mfounela ke arabe phone ya nkgono wa hae ke arabe ya mama yo a ke tshwara phone mama a lwana tlag a lwana mama a njwetsa hore eya ha tsebe hore hobaneng ke sa mo batle hibo I'm surprised hore jwale ha ko batla ho etsahalang mme a njwetsa a nsiya man lebetseng like a njwetsa man. So itse ha ke ba utlwa hore wa lwana ke beha phone speakereng because ngwana hae ona kena ka tlung anyway ke re ke behe phone speakereng because hosane o tla bothwe ke nna ke beha phone speakereng ngwana hae ra mamele mme wa hae yo ngwana hae a feta ekare ha utlwa hore mme wa ntse a reng ho nna a fete hore ekare ha utlwa nix ke re wa tseba keng ke be ke qetella ke bile ke go yena mama wa tseba keng before ke tswa tseleng and then o sane o tlo thwe ke a o tella ke kopa ho dropa phone yana once o le come re tla bua ha batle nix la ka ke dropa phone ya ka because jwale ke utlwa hore le nna I'm about to lose it. And then ngwana hae ha kena ka tlung ha sa batla le dijo ha sa batla nix ha sa bua ha sa re nix ke molate a sa le ka dikobong a qeta ho hlapa kena ka dikobong ke molate hey bo ntate o utlwile ho ntso etsahalang mona and when you don't say anything ha o bue ha o batle lo tseba hore re lokisa eng kapa ha re lokise eng ke kopa he re ye ho mama re lo bua le yena and then ke kgone ho lo jwetsa the way nna ke bonang tabena ka teng ngwana ya rena ha di kene ke batla a choose side la ka na ke re no it was not about choosing sides e ne le taba fela ya hore re address taba e teng
Body step. What's up? I understood one lady ulare how about ba monate o nyale lapeng le motho a senang mme wa ya senang tatuai ba re kana go tse dingwe ba monate
yo nna ke nnete na I would say that yo hawa
and then
ka mora moo ya ba monna ka o changeile ya ba o change kore like a tsamaya lo file divorce hebo kanana wa bapala le ha re o na le ntho le appointment le lawyer ha ka re o maka ke hopola ke ne ke sebetsa somewhere sing branching so ke be ke go yena ke batla ho feletsa ke re ke batla ho feletsa ha ke kgone ho utlwisisa ntho ntso e bua because ye yona a etse sense a tsa ke mfeletsa
ne le sharp like you know
ne re le sharp ko kihle ne re le sharp le yona tjena yena self o na le mpotsa rena mara lebaka la hore ebe re divorceitse ke eng and I'm like hey when a guy how do you ask me that
but you think he'll come back he can come back
yo go kin ha ke tsebe ka nnete I don't know
o batla go bolele from my side
Koki. Koki.
o ka bua happy ha ba tlo bua
that's like kenya one happy motho o na rata mme wae
wa mo rata ka pelo ya hae like ke I don't know ke mama's baby like o rata mme wa hae haholo and le mme wa hae wa bona mme wa hae go worshipa ground hape ke ne ke nahana hore problem e ne le hore out of bana ba mme wa hae ke yena ho e leng hore he's made it bophelong ke yena e leng hore o na le hantle go
now how
hore
ke
so
tsela go le khutlelane ne ke o fa fela tipi ka pele e khutshwane how ke tsela go le khutlelane ne o rate mme wa hae ene o itshokele mme wa
Koki wa tseba
mame kangara o itshokele mme wa hae and o try o mmontsha dilo ka enkele ya hao mara ho mme wa hae e ke te o hata mai now where he is now ha ka o misa hantle o tlo bona hore mme wa hae o wa etsa kana go tse dingwe you see things differently after some time. One of the reasons why I moved from Pretoria to Cape Town was because ke rata mme wa ka pelo ka yotlhe I go home almost every weekend ke sebetsa Cape Town a utlwa ke bereka Cape Town
yo
I go home almost every second weekend. I go home. I love my mom ka yotlhe. But my love for my mom, in one way or another, has affected my life somehow. And when I date you, I want my mom. When I date you, abona ma teacher, abona bo uzi ba ma teacher. Ke ke na le gore bye bye Kesna. Ke na le gore ke rata Top Life. Ene ke shaelwa ke bo OC ba ya ke a shaelwa. Ke approach gore ke nna le interest ya ngata ke bo OC ba kodimo ba mfeta. Mara ha o ka tla le teacher ke utlwisisa. And then later I'm like, can't do I my teacher? And I'm like, oh, me wa ka ke teacher. Ke rata akiti man. It's a problem and it's a problem and that's why I moved from home. And I was telling Helena Maban, mama, the way ko ratang ka teng. I'm going to start my life maybe one day house because guys, when I plan a holiday, I plan my mom first. I'm like, mama, kisa kay mama this year. And okay, my mom, and then from there it will be my child, Limmewahai, and then my partner. That's my hierarchy. But it's a problem. It's a problem because for you to cut the umbilical cord there's two umbilical cords in life. There's the physical umbilical cord that you guys cut, and the umbilical cord, especially if you were raised, if mewa aka thola le munyane or mewa aka o godisa
Ali
in a
one.
die situation. Yeah, only one in a die situation, and then you make it, and then you make it. Mewa how aka hodisa ale one. When woman says, woman would come and say, oh, I love Koki. That guy, unale wisdom. That's when habantes. Now, behind this wisdom, Kim Mewak. Unto 19 years, about 19 years. Her life has to be paused. Or give this wisdom. 19 years, Antula, and no one behind this handsome, Kim Mewak. And now in life, whatever that I do, I don't celebrate my birthday. Happy birthday, I call her, and Kim send a message 1 year.
O celebrate mama.
Kim send a message 1 year in, year out. Whatever okra this line. Haki 34, why you 34 years ago you sacrificed your life for me. 35 years ago you sacrificed. Let me try to talk 50 years ago you sacrificed your life for me. Now you want somebody who's going to come in and blend in. You want somebody who's not going to come and compete with my mom. My mom, one of my exes, to a point that mewaka nere hareka bag abarekela ngwana le bag ngwana le natsi bore ha a ka bona jacket e tshwanang le la e ratang a rekele mama and le ke rata ngwana ka pelo ka yotlhe because she understood ona tshwere element assignment ya hore ha ntse re dutse fela o tla ba mara re a leng ha re lo bona mama ha o ka ra ileng yo ene go ke ngwana but like how ka rapela modimo a offer a way to penetrate through that family. You're going to be the happiest woman. How can I penetrate through that point? When I how yes, you cannot be high, but what penetrate to your understand and then the way when I'm ratangating. No si fapanogis. I can bear.
When I got married, I was 22. I got married back in and I was already working kana go ke ne ke sebetsa FNB. Mme matsalo wa ka ona sa wele fatshe koki. Mme matsalo wa ka would never say pain ke ena mona and ke dule fela and do nothing. Ke ne ke bona ne ke metsetsa le ha ka ba ke eng. Like up until ke kgathala because ke bona lerato lenana le one way I'm always giving. I'm giving mara nna I'm never receiving anything. Ke feel hore because e le hore kapa but ona le bana ba banana hona le this sister e leng hore my husband to natla ka mara hae. My husband ke ngwana fela ha bona. So o suena hae na mhlahlama yo le me wa hae ba they're like this o ka scan between bona. So koki I've tried ke tryile ka level ne ke tlowa haka ke tlowe haka ke pla a re keta ho reka our first house ne re dula very close, nearly different opposite, le cousin brother ya monnaka. Mme matsala wa ka would always, kore week in, week out, o na tla ba ile ha cousin brother ya monnaka, but nna ha ka ona sa tle. Kore even to say, hela ne ke feta.
It's called bodara.
Inembara ke because ke nna ngwana hanene nna daughter-in-law ya hae.
Mamela, tlhokobolele. Matswale wa hao, your mother-in-law, needs nothing from you. Needs nothing from you for her to be happy. Ke matswale wa hao. But you need matswale wa hao's happiness for you to be happy. I don't know if I make sense. Monna wa hao o rata mme wa hae. Mme wa hae o rata ngwana wa hae, ha rate wena. Ya hao a se to make matswale wa hao love you. Yours is to support monna wa hao in loving her mother. So, hore it's one way, it does not matter. Hai khathali eo. Hore eo hai khathali. Now, what's going to happen is that your husband would need to stand up and say, Mama, mara o etse sharp man. Motho o etsa so. It's ka o khathatsa. Hore baby wa reng sharp ke bone mama na tlile ka mo motshare. Okay. Ibile re le go mrekela eng re dise o gute. O etsetsa wena ka lapeng. Wena ka lapeng hore le be happy. Now, if you're going to compete with matswala how to make na o mo dumedise. Hemna matswala o monna e a ke tsebo kae. Wena monna o ke o kopa fela go mo dumedise. Guys, re kena malapeng a mangwe na go tse dingwe. Mo re sa batleng, we even do things that we don't want. But we do them. Can somebody get Modern Rakhadi here? He masters it very well. Modern Rakhadi can come here. He masters it very well. Now, what's the we tolerate certain things because of our families, because of the happiness of the other person. Now, if you're going to say you're not going to go kuhai because mama haya kuhai, wa nna ketse, mblele wa ketse, ke nna ha bise, wa ketse.
Sure, okay. I can understand what you're saying, but can I hore at some point ya khathatsa go kihle ke opola the ke tla be ke le pregnant recently ke taba I think it ne ka 2020 ke tsamaile. It was nako tse tsontse le COVID ke tsamaile ka lo mlata because ke feel hore I need her ke hloka anthuse ne ke na le ausi anthusang but o tla ba ke feel hore ha nketse dintho the way ke di batlang ka teng ke latla mme matsalo wa ka hore you know what mama ke a hloka I was working from home I was ke dintho tse ngata so much so e re ke late mme matsalo wa ka I went okay I ke fitla ke mama ke tlo lata mama wa tsana ke rata o sia ha ke rata o sia le ha ka jwang yo batho ba modimo because ke feel hore nna it's not like hona le mohlang ke dintho tse ke di tryang ha ke tsebe ka ba ha ratin yo go ke yo
mamel okay magali ke mo bolella ga ithu mme wa ka my mom has never bought a sweet for my daughter a sweet mara ga ithu ke ha ba ngwana o kae yo ngwana ke batho she has never bought a sweet for my daughter mme wa ka o tla ka di excuse ka ofela hey o molemo wa nka tla fa hey la tlile ka December hey mara mme wa ka o tseba hore bana ba cousin wa my cousin sister hore ba para size man boka and ha ke compete le bona wa tseba why you know why Bophelong the mother of the husband would not treat the kids or would not give you the same support that the mother of the wife would give you. My daughter gets things that he rekelwang kwabo ke ke mme wa hae. Now, she's not special that she's going to get it from both sides. And I've made peace with it. It's not like my mom cannot afford to buy Omolemo anything. My mom can go to Pretoria. Ke violent about ha re kene ha boitumelo. E be re lo because we know like ke ngwana ba mogolo wa ka go tswe ke mama. Re kene ba bolome o be mona ja. Okay. Aba hey, ha re lo feta ha bo Omolemo re dumedisa. E be re kene. Yo, batho ntsatsi la wela o itse. Tsatsi la wela. Yo, kana ga ka tshuwa mabone. Mara ntse ntsela. The whole day. And the whole day kwa. I've got a friend anyetseng. Her mom o godisitse ngwana wa ausi a hae o ntse nna le ngwana ausi wa hae mara ha ena re e mama mmede mo preke ne ke go tlonela le gone yo mangole yo they are not comfortable under your places because ha se bomme ba lona and nngwe le nngwe molao wa teng o etswa ke mosadi wa go teng ha se mme wa hao.
Okay.
Wa nkutlwa?
Ke a utlwa Koki.
Thank you. It's a topic on another day. Mara so ga o rata ba o rata.
Guys,
Ke utlwa Koki.
ke utlwa
I'm
the
so
way ke kopo
yes, be happy.
the way Modlet a boletseng ka teng o nkutlwisa botlhoko because story sa gagwe ga se narrator ke story sa ka. My husband left the house on Thursday really happy. I have funeral ko bone Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday had like a tune a divorce. And he kept on singing the divorce song, I think for about 2 weeks or 3 weeks. But however, I ended up because Lena was before. I ended up saying, you know what? If you don't better Rolex divorce, you know, at Samaya at divorce, and 3-4 months later, I knew very well how the divorce is going to look like I'm the one that initiated it. And sometimes you have to let I pala ya pala. I'm a believer anything that is meant for you will stay. Anything that is not meant for you will eject itself. O ne a tla ba mo prepare-rile because azanka oblige, azanka reka di-drumstick tsa Rainbow ka di-10 kg as per mother's prescription. And I told him straight in the face ka mmolelela ka re tse ke di rekang ke di-donation tse di tswang ka mo lapeng la rena because re bana. Your mom is not going to tell us what to buy if ke nyetswe ke tshwana le yena. Saturday ya le ko lesong, Sunday ya le ko lesong ne le baby. Monday, Tuesday, the tune had changed. O ne a divorce. So, Koki ke a go utlwa le lerato la lona, le bo mama lena and everything. Le rona re feng chance. We are raising our boys. 8 months ke mo divorceong. I am loving my kids better than when the dad was over here. And I believe gore ba tlo tshwana le wena Koki ska ntsena mo ganong because I can see the reflection in them gore they are even happier. So,
exactly.
Are cutting the expectations, number one. Ase mama gao ke mama Koki. O tlo rata Koki the wa nyako mo rata ene le Koki ba tlo ratana. And you must do your best. Fight until the last bet. Ha go se go padile na it was 10 years. Ke lekile ba gaetsho gore go nne le kagiso. But eventually I learned to understand gore nothing that I will ever do. Ene ke ne ke phela le ka understanding ya gore tlotlego ka mo e ntse a teletswe ka ratswa laka. Ha itse le t-shirt ya mme wa ntate wa gagwe mo reketse skipa sa
Fine. It's
and I was
fine.
fine with it. Hence, Kiri, the nice thing is that when you get to understand, I think Modlet o crashitse ko gore o ne a re mama all the time. Now I remember leaning on the understanding ya gore na mme wa ka wa tshela. A gona mmago motho o tlileng go mpogisa mmaka a santse a phela. Ke nagana gore banyana ba tshwantseng ba sutliwe ke ba bo mmaage bone ba sa pheleng. Okay, you can talk.
Guys, ha re tlhaloganyeng so mo Africa. Ha re tlhaloganyeng so. The topic on its own, yes, I understand. No one is saying there's a difference between how we must protect our wives. Now, when you love your mom, you must love them to a point where you say no. And you must love them to a point where you say, mama, she must do that. Right? You put your mom on a line. But as much as she's your mom, you can put her on a line until a certain time. You also put your wife on a line. As a man, mine is just to hold them together. So you guys
So they
make
can, yes,
you guys
they can
you guys
function.
make it.
Yes.
And in relationships and in families, we understand that different things mean different things. Different things have got different meanings to us. Now how na le lifu habo motho a ka kapa my future wife kapa ha rona. Okay, no, no, after 2 years, that's ke nang le motho a nnete. Hona le lifu ha bona le le close, la immediate. Ntate wa ka ntutile hore mogonyana ha ile lifung ka matsoho fela. O lo hlaba kgomo ya mang yo sa e rekang. That is me. And my wife is not going to say to me, baby, re lo reka di-drumstick fela or re lo etsang, because it's an understanding that we're going to have. Because I put those things dear to me, helping family. My mom is not going to call me and say, Koketso, re batla drumstick. Una itse mama na go la nsambene ke nna Pretoria. Ha mpatla na itse ke re mama, fonela mme wa molemo, mo bolelo go mpatla hae. In ile yalo, because my dad told me that. That's how it is. Now, let me just complete it. Now, the expectations that our wives have from our mothers, skela di sa godimo, skela ithetsa. Ba tlo le rata ho ya ka mo ba kgonang ka teng. Ene le be happy. Hore ha so rekile nix, ke mme wa ka. Ba happy hore mme wa ka so rekile nix. Bophelo bo pele.
Now, the men that we get married to, mme ole wa modimo a se ena a founileng ka mo a re le tleng le di-drumstick. The grandmother died on Monday afternoon ke nna ke botsang baby re tlile go dira yang ebile ka gore re eme blind. A re no, re tla bona, re tla sendela mama ka tšhelete. Ka re ha re send tšhelete, ke list ya dilo tse ke naganang gore ke di reke ya ka mme wa ka mo ntlong, because even lekwa ba di tlhoka ke bo di-fish oil bo mabupi di tlo sala ene di a ba salla ha leso le fela. Baby a tseya list ya ka, a tseya photo in front of me, I sendela mama a tituletse ha monate ha hae. So wa nkutlwisisa gore ke batlo go ra kere mama ba etsang a ba object akere, because mama wa di bona gore di tla ka mosadi. Mama ene ke mama, she's playing her role.
Mara mama ha object a reng. Ke batla re kwalenyana ka pele because I think we went out of topic. But mama ha object a reng.
A re next a re seng ka list eo ya boitumelo, o tlo reka le ilo reka o bolele boitumelo ka re le reke di 10 kg tse pedi tse di rainbow chicken portions and ene di drumstick as always. Ene a re bo lo lwana nna le mama for prescription tseo tsa gage, ke molele ke re mama kana le nna ke nyetswe.
Mara boitumelo what wrong boitumelo ha o spenda ha ne budget ile 600 ebe ko le ba re kopa le reke di-drumstick. What was wrong with le reke di-drumstick tsa 600?
Wa tshwanetse ke reke di-drumstick right through, ke tshwanetse ke bolelwe ke matswalo gore go batliwe di-drumstick. Le nna ke ngwetse ke tshwana le ena, ke re nyetse kwa modisane ka ofela.
Boitumelo kana ha o ka reka di-drumstick ha ne le spenda 1,000 rand, ha o ka reka di-drumstick tsa 1,000 rand, bothata ke lo losang.
Why ke sa reke di-mixed portions? Because nna ke nya go reka di-mixed portions.
No, mara boitumelo akere ha se tsa kwago ke tse di yang go lesong. Ha motho ha mmatswala a re o kopa le mo rekele di-drumstick, what's wrong sa batlo reka di-drumstick
ka tšhelete ya kwa mang?
Ha ke ga mara boitumelo o lo reka di-mixed portion ka tšhelete ya kwa mang?
Ya kwa ka.
Mara wa sa reke di-drumstick. Why? You know what I'm trying to say? Kore basadi le na le problem ya basadi to basadi. Nna ha ke tla kwa lona boitumelo ke re ke tlisa kgomo ebe ho tino kgomo teng re thuse ka 10 ke lo patela 10. Like basadi to basadi, there's an issue. And I always say to mama, mama we, ngwetsi ya kwa Molefe, mosadi ya ka tlo ba ngwetsi ya kwa Molefe, e nngwe. Le dingwetsi, lena kwa Molefe, le tsene ka kgomo
Why
kwa
tore
Molefe.
e feel yang
Now,
kopi ene ke batla
now,
e nne topic for another day.
yes, it will be a topic for another day. Now, the problem is that, wow, already, on tshwere 400, o go reka di-mixed portion, ga te drumstick, case closed, bophelo bo tswela pele. Basadi ba feta, I don't understand basadi ba
Mara Koki, maybe if never tlile, if batla, bona they ask from us. Because nna they will always tell you hore ko o tla utlwa ka ngwana bona hore ba batla eng. Why ba sa jwetse wena ha hao hore ho batla eng?
Ene wa itse gore bothata ba di-drumstick ke eng? Di-drumstick di a tswa ko ntlong, a kere ke di 2 kg di mo di 10 kg, di tswa di apere kobo, di ya ko koloing. Ha re tswa mo di-Sunlight Liquid di 750 milliliters di tswa mo di tsene ka mo di-Tupperware. Ha di a serve purpose ya ka mo lesong.
Now, nna ha ke fa Nyaope boy tšhelete, ha ka e ja ka Nyaope ke bothata ba hae, ke ntse issue ya ka. Guys, now I'm a very peaceful person, hey? Let me share something about what happened. I remember this thing, people did not understand it. I'm not aglo Kenya lindwe ga bona o tla ka mferfe. I'm a very peaceful person in Butume. Now I remember in Easter, ke fetso dropa o molemo. Yo, di comments ka di ba. Ke ne ke fetso dropa o molemo le mme wa airport. Ke kena ha rona. Ha ke kena rona ke ntse ke ba dropile Friday. Ha ke kena rona ke ntse Saturday. Me o molemo send message. Hi. My mom has said re kolobetse ngwana ka moso ko kerekeng because ka sana wa kolobetsiwa eng. Kitse when it's fine, I'll drive throughout the night. Kavaya. Sama busiku ka fela. Hello kolobetsa ngwana. Ngaba plan. Ke go mitsi ngo ka go molemo go mana makura Steinberg. Ngaba ba betse. Ka molemo go kwa Molefe. Molemo wa kolobetswa kwa. Kolobetsitswe. Kolobetsitswe.
Na guys, ke bona mong a kitse ke mangare bo Boitumelo, they're very stubborn. Maybe na Talita nka dumellana le wena because after my husband exited, for me I've never been happier and I felt if there was marriage it was definitely not meant for me.
Yo, ai Boitumelo. Re tla bua ka yona ka tsatsi le leng. Re tla bua ka yona ka tsatsi le leng. Modlet, are you feeling better, my sister?
I feel better haholo. Ke a leboha.
No, thanks for coming. Thanks B. Or you want to share something B?
Wankhaola. Remember the reason why ke reke the mixed portions. Father-in-law dies in 2019. Nna le husband re ntsha 22,000 rand from the funeral benefit. Re rana show, ke re husband ke firstborn, o na le 2 baby sisters. Re rana show, re rana funeral ke etsa body deco, body everything. Ka January a go na le meeting. This is 2022. A go na le meeting ole wa go agisana couple ele e kgaoganang. Both parents are here. The mother is here. My parents are here. Mogel a re yena monna hae o tlhokafetse. She was expecting gore nna ke tla mo tlisetsa envelope. Le today a ise ke tlise envelope ka re a ngwanyana ka kante ke a o kolota. A re monna ka since a tlhokafetse ha ise ko bontshe next Boitumelo ka re ao ditente tse nno di bona tsena. A re mare mamang a ke mitse ka leina mare ke Thabo. A re mamang o rekile kgomo ka re ya girl a zang a utswa tšhelete o discussitse le nna le yena re ntshitse madi a kana ka 22 grants. So mama o nyaka mputse gore ha nne o le busy wena o lla o ya ko dimo le ko tlase rona ne tshwantse re dule mo fatshe re tšhelete ke mare the fact ya gore yaanong ka re ka mokolota a o emanyana
ha le fetsa ha fetolla ka Sontaga a pumme ya moriri o mo fe buka ne o mo fe buka e ngotsweng income le expenditure ka mama o ntse bokana mama o ntse bokana mama o ntse bokana re tse re bokana re etsa tšhentšhiki e bo itsamaela because hona le expectation ya hore Boitumelo ha boloka monnaka but yeah, it's fine.
nna mara nna re ikhuditse bagaetsho. Nna ke wela ko category ya basadi ba ba ikhuditseng. This time monna ha atla tlo motswa is your mother alive, ha re yes ke ra a re tlohele tšhono, a re tlohele,
Itumelo bye bye.
a re
Good
tlohele
night.
tšhono.
Itumelo bye bye. Bye bye. Good night.
Bye-bye.
Au.
Bye-bye, Koki.
Hai Itumelo. La tsa nna ke bulela ka mme wa ka. Nna ene mara wa itse ke na le mo ke yela. Una lo founa. Ke re ke etseng yana ke TV. Mara ke bulela ka ene. Hi Osposia.
Hi, Koki.
Go jwang?
O shapo jwang?
Ke siame o jwang. Go for it.
Nna e sale ka request wa kena ke utlwa o bua ka mme wa hao le o molemo. Le nna ngwana ka ke molemo.
Au jwang.
I just felt sorry for Boitumelo le kana ke Modlo.
Modlet.
O fetsa
Yeah, Modlet.
Modlet o fetsang ho tswa ne. Le nna ke le situationeng e tshwanang le ya bone le ya hao. Ne wena ebile ya hao e tshwana exactly like ya ka mo ngwana a tlabeng a sa because ex-husband ne le moshimane, the sisters ke di-sisters, bana ba di-sisters ba tlabe ba rekelwa, batho wa ka nna ha na le kousu like wa hao. And
But
you
now
know
what?
what it does. But
Now
Koki, you know what
my sister wa morekela.
but from the grandmother, do you know what that does to bana? I think my son was only Mulemo was only about 8. Early Christmas ba reketswe, yena ha rekelwa, he's the only one a sa rekelwang. A kere ex-husband di le na fela moshimane. So you know what Omolemo said, bana ba dutse mo ba phuthulla di-present. Omolemo says to the cousin, ngwana wa the sister-in-law, wa bona hore koko o rata jwang. You are so lucky and you are so blessed. That broke my heart. Kana ko
No, but that one. That one. If it's in front of the kids, not in front of the kids. Now I'm talking about. Make no mistake. Everyone else like she's that. Wa mo change the layer with yeah. Wa mo kuka with. It's just that I think when she goes into the shop, Ali one maybe wale ba lo na le ngwana ngwana. Or o tshaba gore o tla reka be lati or something like that.
Okay.
But not mopila bana ba bang she ebile ba itse gore ke nko kwa go molemo gore o tla ba kwa ba bangwe itsang. That one is evil. You can't do that.
Yeah,
That
you
one
see now that's what happened. But I wanted to say this, contrary to Boitumelo and Modlo, much as my ex-husband ana rata mme wa hae, o na sa mo buelle. Ona sa dona kgona ho bona dilo tse ntse ba di saeta bone tse di leng wrong. Na kgona ho mo bolella hore no, you don't do this. Even le ha le ko rona, o na tla mo bolella, mama mo ke ha Portia, can you please respect Portia's space. Anta mo rata jwalo. So now I wanted to say, batho ba bontate, we know you love your parents, but once you decide to get married, you have to stand for basadi ba lena. Even the Bible says so. Monna o tla tlohela mme wa hae le ntate wa hae a kgomarele mosadi wa hae. Yes. The Bible says monna o tla tlohela mmae le ntatae a kgomarele mosadi wa hae. Yes. O mo rate but modimo, but Koki ntho o e etsang it's against God is against it. O mo rate mme wa hao ska mohlwa ke mme wa hao. Le rona re tla le support-a le ba rate, but let us do as the Bible says.
There's nothing as confusing as when you have to switch. That's why you must put them in place before. Otherwise, you'll have to switch. So you must put them in their place. Anyway, thank you also. Amen to that.
Yes, please. So ke a rapela for mosadi wa hao o tlang Koki, rata mme wa hao, but emela mosadi wa hao.
Yeah, I know. Mme wa ka sa le ready. O na le bua pelo nthonyana tse bohloko be ke mo kenya tseleng. Wa tswana na le malas di wa twati ke tinga ya le ngwana ngwanyana ke na ngwana ngwanyana but yeah. I already.
Okay, no thanks my brother.
Thanks my sister. Hi, blessed you.
Hi, le kae?
Re teng le kae uswa ka?
Re teng. ke mametse topic ena ya today, but ke batla ho fana ka input regarding ditaba tsa bo mother-in-law le bana ba bona le bara ba bona. Wa tsa koki ha re kena manyalong re tla re le open minded and re tla with an intention to build, re sa batle ho heletsa. And now my experience is that ha re le di girlfriend he bomme ba lona ba re favor man, ba re rata man. He taba e change fela ha se le nyalane.
He mna ke ha le girlfriend ha next of kin. Ha le girlfriend ha beneficial. How girlfriend?
No, I understand. No, I think
it's beneficial. Next of kin. In case of emergency. Me wa ka sa contactiwa. All of a sudden, motho a dutseng le nna 36 years. Ha sa contact you in case of emergency. O sa utlwa ka blessed hore mama go ke so sepetlele. Yo ngwana ke.
Koki bomme ba lona need to know hore la ona le di khohlahano lo se tlisisane between batho ba two or le family as a whole. Re choose di bottles tsa rona wisely, you know. Ga ba rata bomme ba lona. Re qetella re keep a distance because of the way bona ba re treatang ka teng. Kutlwa o re like hore na mme wa ka wa rata mme wa ka eng o ema le bomme ba lona more than le ema le basadi ba lona. Di qetella di ema pele. Ema pele koki. Ema pele.
Let me correct that. Ka tseba go tlolwa. Ha ne ile bomme mo ne ba tlo feel hore ke ema le basadi ba rona. But because ke basadi ba rona ba leng teng mo. Ka tlamehile re ba fe that side of the story. Okay, ke tlo thola.
Ema pele koki. Therefore, we end up a uli situation and say, as when you are my husband, ungwana wa mme wa hao. We end up a uli situation and say, now you have to choose. And both of us, we should not be putting you in that situation. Mo tabeleng hore jwale wa choose hore free, we empire every time. Tula. Hey, this it should not get to that an extent. A couple of years ago, I had a situation. A lot of ladies ba buile ka di divorce mon. Na ha ka ke divorce tseng le nna ke tseba le nna ha ke tsebe today hore ke nang ka re eng. But batho ba bontate le na le ntho ya hore le batsading ba lona le lo complaina ka rona behind our back. And most of the issues tse le complainang ka tsona ha se nnete. Ebile tlabele re batswadi ba lona ba ske ba re botsa anything. Le se le tseba hore na le na le ntho tsa lona di interest tsa lona ko strateng. And again le buile ka ntho ya hore mme wa hao o rekela bana ba uswa hao le ba mang le ba mamang. I have a situation mo ilong like ngwanaka o tla ba sa rekelwe anything. She's older and she sees it and it hurts her. Nna la nka ba ka offer mo rekela anything. But untsa batla something e tswang ho nkgono wa hae. It's sentimental ho yena. So ntho ya di mother-in-law le di daughter-in-law, it's a two-way street. Le rona re batla recognition. Le rona re batla respect. Le rona we want to be loved. Ke nnete ko ke la ka ba wa tshikisa hlo e kima. Hey, le rona re batla recognition. Le rona re batla ho amohelwa. Le rona re batla ho ba tolerated. So o ka se nke ngwana batho wa motlisa ha lona a tlo treatwa bad. What are the reasons?
Blessed. Ha re hlalwanyana, you're not being treated bad. But you cannot like guys, ntwena e jwalo hle bana. Di leng bana guys, guys, ntwena e jwalo. You can the way me wa out treatang ka teng blessed. Le the way we're not treatang, le the way me wa treatang basadi ba your brothers. Ha itswane.
Nna ya tshwana ha rona.
Yeah?
Nna ha rona ya tshwana as a result.
You think that's one way?
No, let me tell you. It's because nna I am at the position hore ha mme wa ka a bua le nna a re re tlo etsa tjena le tjena le tjena, ke batla ho tseba hore na basadi ba buwa ka ba se ba bolelletswe na le rona re na le right to call our parents to order. Batswadi ba lona buitse mme hao ke mistress a ke re koki batswadi ba lona they are very ke di-intellects, they are very smart, ba tseba ntho ba etsang. Ha ba re kgohla ba re kenya monwana mo sa tlamehang o kenywa teng, ba tseba exactly ntho ba etsang, and ba tseba hore na ba expectile reaction e feng. You can
Alright.
only as motho you can only umamela so much, you can
I'm
only
saying this
umamela so
one.
much.
And I'm saying this
Koki, I had how many sister-in-laws? I have 3 sister-in-laws and I have my mother-in-law. And ho no sena mohlang ke dumellang anyone a sokole in my presence. And ne ke dula ke kokobeditse. And I will spend all my December, my Christmas, my what with the family. Because I understood hore ke tlohile ha rona ke nkile surname e different. Nna mosebetsi wa ka o so le mole. But what happened in the end? Still the same. And now they are the same people that come back and want to complain about Wanabona who are like, yo, what's about this? What's about that? It's because they didn't appreciate what they had. Hence elite. Babona, how so like why thinking the grass is greener where you water it. So ha ke banna ba tshwanang le wena koki ba hore ba tla khwala bomme ba bona to order or what ba very few. But very few. And le bona at some point in the daughter-in-law to somebody else who didn't treat them well. Why are they continuing with that? Thank you, Koki.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye, blessed.
Bye-bye.
But man, ha ke sa bua ne, ke thuletse. Ha ke sa bua. Ha ke qala ga ke bua le mme wa ka. Ha ke sa bua.
Hello, Abud Koki.
Le kae o smata?
Ke teng wena o kae?
Hai,
Nna Abud Koki ke batla tlisa deliverance mo bo mmeng ba rena. Mo bo ausi blessed le bo ausi mang. Ke hore matswalo wa hao a se mama hao. Ithute o batla lerato ko mama hao. Ipusa le kriya. Tshepela mo modimong. Tlohela bo mme ba batho ba bang. O nyaka gore ba o fe lerato le ba ka se kgoneng go fa lona. Lerato lo le batlang leo o ka se le bone mo mmatswale wa hao. Ha ngwana hae le kopana ka tsatsi le kopanang ka lona, you coming from a different background, o tla ka mo family e wena no tlwaetse ko heno hore mme blessed a re ne ba tshwara bo makoti ba bona hantle. It's fine, it's good for them. Batho ba bang ba na le tsela e ba etsang dilo ka yona. So if you can learn to understand somebody first as a person, not as matswala hao, mo lebelle as motho, as o ithuta friend ya hao o phelang le yona everyday, as o ithutile Abud Koki as your boyfriend, ithute matswala hae before o ka thoma o ba le relationship le yena. Ithute yena pele hore ke motho moso o thabisa ke 1 2 3 4 o lebelle dilo tse tla di kgonang le tse di kgoneng ka yena, and then ithute hore o kgethe hore ke tla phedisana le yena so ke beye di-boundaries tsaka le nna ke respecte tse yena a di beileng, then re tlo kgona ho berekisana bja ka batho ba babedi. And I must always bear in mind hore this person is not my mother, ke mama he Koki, a ke mo tlohelle le Koki ba ire dilo tse ba nyako di etsa, and then le nna ke be happy ka mo saeteng la ka hore nka se expect hore mama he Koki a rekele ngwana ka dilo ka mokgwa ka rekelang ngwana hae wa ngwanyana. It's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. And but as long as batho ba basadi ba santsane ba na le ntho ka mo pelong ya bona ya hore ba nyako hore bo mama zala ba itsetse bana ba bona skete gore o ka re hona le competition ha ba fitla ka mo family ho ba le competition between ha ona le ngwana ngwanyana ebile especially ka mo ntlong. Ho ba le competition e gore ke nyako bona hore o tlo etsetsa ngwana ka ha reketse ngwana wa ngwanyana roko nna wa ka ha mo rekela ne ba ile ko di holidaysing nna ba isitse kwa nna wa ka ha mo isa kwa. is not your mother. And if you don't have a mother, make peace. And the other thing, let us not fool bana ba batho re ba bitse hore ke bana ba rena. Motho mongwe o kry ko family ya hae a re nna a ke na makoti ke na le ngwana ke ngwanaka o. That is wrong. O ka re ho na le competition. That is wrong. That is so wrong. Hore motho a re o ngwanaka. You are building ntho e mo kelellong ya motho o mong. That is why ko mmerekong ho na le uniform. Ko Shoprite ho na le uniform because it always remind you hore o ko mmerekong. O mo officing tshwara position ya hao. So liko ntweng ela heba o bitsa makoti. Now I'm happy when somebody calls, hey makoti, I'm happy because I'm always reminded hore a ke ngwana mme o na le bana ba hae. So I think we need that as women who re ithute hore motho e se motswadi wa hao o fitla ko family o fitla ko family o ithute batho ba ka mo family eo o ithute o phedisana le bona o ithute e tswa mo relationshiping eo ya o nyako hore o tsenelle hore o be motho wa ka mo ntlung ha e kgonagala botkoki ke a leboga.
Asma, I've got a question. Why? I get ribbon guy outside. Why is na father-in-law to son-in-law clashes? Marina le makoti to mother-in-law clashes.
I get ke ntho go botsang yona hore
and I ke be lore bo onti ba na le probleme la ga ke right.
Bana le yona nna ke a itse ke dumelana le wena.
Le na le women to le na le take down syndrome but women to batho ba bo.
Danke ha o fitla ka mo ntlung ha o fitla ka mo ntlung o fitla o nyako tsena ka mo kitchen ya mosadi o mongwe mara wena o ka se dumele mosadi o ha matsola ha a fitla ko kitchen ya hao wa kwata or o fitla emela a etsa tea a etsang mara wena you want to get into somebody's kitchen and o fitle o etse ka mokgo ratang or ke ko matsola ha ka ke re ke tshwantse ke etseng
ha di fitla ha lona ntate wa a re ho tona le tiro se ntate wa a dulang mo sona ha ona motho a dulang mo sona ke dule mo sona
o ka se dule wena and o tlo ba le di boundary
ha ile go ntate wa o fiwa dijo pele nna ke ba nna ke fiwa bofelo ke nna ngwana ha ke le kwa lona
thank you
and then ntate wa o tshulela name e ngata o feta ya gona o fiwa name e ngata o feta ya gona I keep quiet hore mamang ba nwa bjala ba etsang I respect the way ntate wa a ganang dilo ka teng mara ntate wa ha fitla haka ntate wa ha fitla haka ha o mo tshulela the way o mo tshulelang ka teng kwa eno o ka se nkutlwe he o fo ntate o tse fetang tsaka mara lona basadi to basadi
basadi ke batho ba maikutlo koki
le gona guys ha fitla lona ba re tshwara ka tele re bana ba moo ha ba tshwara ka bana ba moo
ebile hona le di-incidents tse e leng gore moshimane o kore boyfriend ya gago ba itlhoile ko heno or monna gago ba mo tlhoile ko heno mama ga wa sa morate mara still monna ga will always support you
ka event ha na le tiro ba butao ba kgone go kena Saturday hoseng or ba fitlhe neng ba tauwe ha na motho ba botsang if motho wa ko motseng nna o kra o te mogonyana o kae wa mogonyana sa etsa eno ka se bua ke ngadile ho kgona tla bari o itse bari I'm sorry God forgive ho kgona tla mogonyana zomo ba mogonyana le fe and okay pa okay ka smile mara wena e re motho a la re makoti